experts call toxic masculinity.
Research found the underlying cause for could-be masculinity context culture.
Toxic masculinity, we've sort of heard this phrase popping up. The phrase has gained a lot of attention recently, especially with the Me Too movement.
It's showtime.
I'm no god, Mr. Tommy. I fought the Star-Spangled Banner.
You bring the cavalry?
Woman, I am the cavalry.
They are my people. I am their sovereign. I love them.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Knock. Stick around.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Masculine Mondays, episode number 43. We're talking about an interesting movie, a particular movie that I thought I'd seen at some point in time. And it turns out this was a first-time watch for me. And it was recommended by someone you might not expect. And we'll see if you, the audience, can guess who it was. Now, if you're a returning viewer here, a member, subscriber, I do appreciate it. And if you're new here to the channel and wondering, well, what the hell does this guy at the Plot Strikes Back talk about on Masculine Mondays? Well, we talk about why the importance of masculinity why the masculinity is important in cinema, I should say. And, we like to analyze movies. We like to talk about the affirmation, inspiration, and inspiration about the various movies on a repeating Monday basis. And I don't like to do it by myself as much as I probably could. I like to do it with other people who have, good opinions, good takes. There's some wild takes here and there. Of course, that's what keeps things interesting, of course, as we all know. And I like to just obviously bring on my fellow panelists. Cinevere, Mr. Blue Colors, or how are you both doing tonight?
So far, so good. Just got off the stream with Leon for Countercast. Had a great time. Other than that, wow, what a movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Again, when when someone recommended to me, I'm thinking about, well, that is that doesn't sound too familiar. And again, for people wondering, Nick, why the hell did you choose this movie? Well, it turns out there is another movie called The Bride that's coming out, I believe, in a couple of days now.
Yeah.
With
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. It's a horror sci-fi movie. It comes out March 6th this week. It is directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, or Gyllenhaal, however you want to pronounce it. Penelope Cruz is also in it. Peter Skarsgård's also in it. So, again, I'm like, I don't remember seeing the original movie from 1985. So, and I know I've heard of it because there aren't too many movies that has Sting in it. So whenever you know that Sting is in a movie, you're like, oh, okay, well, let's see what this movie's all about. And then sure enough, as I'm watching it, I'm going, I felt like Gandalf in Fellowship of the Ring when he's in Moria and he gets to the three, hallways and he's like, I have no memory of this place. And I'm like, I have no memory of this movie whatsoever.
I know, it's bad. Nick said, even so Mom's 65. She remembers all the 80s films. Says, Mom, do you remember The Bride? She's like, The Bride, Sting in Clancy Brown. She's like, Sting, Clancy Brown. She's like, The Bride. Like, it's just these two. We all know Clancy Brown and Sting. And like, even Mom's like, I don't remember this film. I was like, me neither.
Yeah, and the fact that it's, it has Jennifer Beals, which I gotta say, she was a bit of a smoke show in this movie.
She's still a pretty lady. I looked her up.
She is, yeah. She's like in her 60s. I'm like, wow, she's actually, aged very well. And there's also a very, very nice scene of her in this movie that I was not expecting either. And, I feel like we always kind of get in those like guys will get in this, conversation of like, movies that, show frontal nude or bush of of women
Oh, yeah.
and acting in movies. I don't ever recall anyone suggesting, "Oh, guys, yeah, The Bride, 1985, Jennifer Beals shows like, full nude, front bush, ass." I'm like, no one has ever brought that point up. So I feel like guys who would ever, had that conversation, y'all failed with this one. I mean, myself included. So
Yeah.
minus points, but it again, it's one of those weird movies where I'm watching it and for people, wondering like how my approach is to movies on a weekly basis. Like if it's a movie I've seen before, I already kind of know what to expect. I know kind of what my notes are going to be, what my format is. This was a movie as I'm watching, I'm writing my notes and I'm like, I have no idea how the hell I'm going to format this because I'm not going to be able to kind of do it the same way. And I'm messaging the person who's supposed to be right now, who isn't here right now, who also recommended this movie,
The immortal being.
the immortal being, the creature. And I'm like, gotta say, this might be one of those different types of approaches to this movie. And I'm sure it'll work either way. And it should still, boast an interesting conversation. But again, this is a very interesting movie. And obviously, this isn't the same as Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. There's things that are changed, of course, and I wasn't expecting it to be somewhat of an accurate or familial take of the book. And at that point, it's kind of stinging it. So I don't know how quite what to expect. But then also, I see what's his face, Carrie Hughes,
Elways.
Elways, yeah, who's in The Princess Bride, which is by far one of my, it's a favorite of mine. Which I do plan on covering The Princess Bride at some point on this show because it's such a great movie to talk about. I feel like it definitely good moments for masculinity in that movie too. So it's interesting that he's in two different movies, which I believe were back-to-back filming for him that had the word bride in it. Nothing really super to kind of go with there, but it's still kind of interesting where, he tries to get with this bride in this, he tries to get with Eva in this movie, and in The Princess Bride, well, guess what? He's after the princess, or is in love with the princess. So, and it's just very something that like to kind of weird to get into with this movie. So, we will dive into it all. Just want to say what's up to the folks waiting patiently in the chat. Appreciate Leon with the Vital Idol raid. I was listening to it while I was eating some food before the show here, so do appreciate that. What's up, Waylon? How you doing, man? Jacob Ironside, how you doing, sir? Good to see you, my friend. Bootzilla, it was a pleasure to see you here as well. Aztec Warrior, how you doing, my friend? Eagle Lord, hope you are doing well. And then our furry friend here, Daxi, got some BG3 to play. I'm guessing you haven't seen this.
Nice.
BG3, that's a game that's still getting playtime, which is awesome.
I bought that for my son for Christmas. He's still putting time into it.
Yeah, that's super awesome. Rabnat, I've never seen this movie, so I'm out. I feel like I want to get Rabnat on. I thought about doing. I know other people do it. I know Cindy does it. Leon does it. A few other people do the watch alongs, right? Where you'll use Discord, which I don't know what's going to happen when Discord kind of does their whole thing, and it's like, well, we don't really want to use Discord anymore. I am trying to work on a different app solution that will still provide a sense of community and allow us to join something and have, screen sharing and some sort of, voiceover option as well.
Technically StreamYard, you can do StreamYard offline. Do share a screen with StreamYard?
You can.
I've done it.
Yeah, but the only problem is like video playback can get really funky.
Oh no, I agree. I'm just saying, like it's obviously it's a lesser version, but it's better than nothing for now. No.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'll hopefully have more updates and might send out some testing for this app that I'm kind of working on just to kind of see the stability of it and the reliability on it too. But it's just something I've been working on in some spare time. But that being said, I understand why people have not seen this one because I myself have not seen this. So, but that's also kind of a fun thing where I enjoy when there's a movie I haven't seen just to kind of talk about it for the first time. I feel like I'm Nadia. If this is what Nadia feels like all the time, then I feel like it's kind of fun, just to see a movie for the first time. But this is something that no one's heard of for the most part. But when you haven't seen a movie like Alien, then it's like, come on now, what have you been doing with your life? That being said, St. Hugo, what's going on? Good to see you here as well. Rio, what's up, dude? I am doing well. I was busy weekend. Half of it was spent at Disney with some fam. Had a good time though. And then Saturday was a very masochistic leg day, as I have posted on my X, which legs feel like absolute bricks right now, in the best way possible. Throwbacks.
Different kind of being bricked, huh?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Not like the Gooner bricked.
Of course, I had to show Nick the picture of somebody else doing leg presses.
Yeah, well, Gord, we all know Gord does steroids, so I can't.
That's not natural.
Yeah, I'm natty. Gord's not natty.
No,
he does. He hits a different type of seed oil that makes him insanely jacked.
Pumpkin seed oil. It's a
pumpkin seed oil. What's up, Davina? I wonder if goodness is right. I wonder if people saw The Bride without knowing it was a Frankenstein story. That is a very good point, Davina, because I thought the same thing. I'm like, The Bride. I'm like, is this another rom-com? Because Goodwin also recommended As Good as It Gets, and that was the first rom-com we ever watched and reviewed on this channel. So as I'm, talking about it and looking at the title with Goodwin, I'm like, The Bride. What movie is this? Sting is in it? And I'm starting reading. I'm like, oh, Baron Charles Frankenstein. Interesting, but again, not really tied to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein or other renditions. So, I
was like super confused because I could have sworn like you had said that if I liked Watchmen, I'd like The Bride, but I can't find that in the conversation because I was like, what the fuck? Why do I remember Nick saying this?
Yeah, that's I don't know. Honestly, like when I was thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know, but yeah, I mean that's one of the funniest things. So it's going to be a very interesting conversation here. Wayfair, what's going on? Good to see you here, my friend. I know Nadia hasn't seen anything.
Oh wow.
See, how you doing, Zax? Zax will be on here in a couple weeks for a certain particular type of movie. It's going to be quite awesome.
Hell yeah.
Everybody loves leg day. I know, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. Frankenstein. Yeah, I feel like I should have had like I should have been drinking some sort of a German lager tonight, and I'm not. I feel disappointed in myself.
That's got whiskey. Well, as soon as Cindy's like, this is a movie, I'm like, you know what? She's right. Let me pour some more whiskey.
This is a
movie. Cindy's like, it's a movie. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's very peculiar in terms of what we get from the characters, and so for those of you that are long time or recently viewers here, you guys know how we usually do it. We talk about the characters, talk about particular scenes in general. I feel like this is going to be very, very character centric, and because I'm like, there aren't really scenes in particular, aside from like maybe one or two that are could be looked at a sense of like a top 5 masculine scene ish type take. But as I'm watching this and thinking it through, I'm like, man, this movie is just more so about a certain type of compare and contrast. Like it could almost be viewed as like a character study type of film here in between the two types of classes. You've got this intellectual studied type of social behavior with Frankenstein, the Baron, with Clerval, and the character that Carrie always plays, Captain Joseph Schioden. I guess is it Schioden? Schioden? Forget.
I thought it was Shoden.
I think it's Shoden, right? Yeah. And then on the other side, you have Victor, you have Ronaldo, and you have Eva. So it is really interesting to kind of see the two types of peoples here. It's like sort of like the people who get called and made fun of, right? The creatures, the freaks, and then you've got the high class, the society that is above the rest, right? Go fetch my college dress for her. She'll be fine in that. Yeah. You'll be one teaching her things. It's like, oh, okay, well, this is how they get. I guess they kind of did things, but
channeling your inner Sting there.
Yeah, dude. There are certain parts of this movie where I'm like, Baron's a douchebag.
Oh yeah.
But German peach schnapps, fun fact, Arnold Schwarzenegger liked to put peach schnapps in his protein shakes because he would talk and say that the alcohol would open up the your veins in the blood vessels, so that way it would allow better absorption from the protein, if I remember correctly. Which I'm like, I don't know how much true science there is behind it, but I'm like, if it worked for Arnold, then maybe it could work. And I will not deny that I haven't tried it before, because I have. I've tried a couple different things. I've tried Bailey's in a shake before, in a protein shake before.
Doesn't citric acid help you absorb things faster?
Yeah, I mean, it would be better to do citric acid at that point than alcohol, but especially after a workout. But it's different. Like saying, "Hey, just I played a full hockey game. I'm gonna drink some beer, or slam some beer." Like when you prepare for like a like a weightlifting or like aesthetics type competition, like you're getting in shape for, you're starving yourself. And so one of the things that people will do afterwards is they'll just like pig out on like donuts and beer.
Yeah.
Because your body's been so deprived of like carbohydrates, and you just need to replenish. It's like, it's not, you eat so well and so healthy that you get down to like 5% body fat and you win a competition. Then after it's over, like that's when you're like tan and bronzed up, right? And then after that, you you just pig out on beer and
I think
and Krispy Kreme donuts. But
I think I've seen a clip like Ronnie Coleman said he started at one point drinking alcohol after workouts, and it was helping him. I'll find the quote, something along those lines. He's like, he didn't believe in it, then he tried. He's like, this is actually working. I'll try to find a quote on it.
Yeah, it really is an interesting science behind it. I won't lie. So even Waylon has not seen this movie, which is kind of interesting. But he used regular schnapps. Okay. Yeah, I forgot if there's a certain flavor or if it was just regular schnapps. But peach schnapps kind of makes it a little flavor, right? But before we dive into this, and I'll start sharing my screen, any other initial takes that you guys had about this movie before we actually dive into it?
Well, I'll let Cindy go first, because Cindy's like, that was a movie.
It was certainly a movie. I don't know. Maybe I'm just I don't really like romance movies. So once it kind of hit home that no, this was not like Watchmen, and this is all romance, I was starting to check out really badly.
Yeah,
I will say,
sorry,
Nick. No, I was gonna say, like, even like despite this film's up and down tones, I think Clancy Brown, he shows what a talented actor he is, and like everyone loves Clancy Brown. I feel like his monster, Clancy Brown's carrying this fucking film on his broad shoulders, and what a great actor, going from this to the Kurgan to like just being Clancy Brown. But he's my favorite part of the film because he's the way he's playing the monster.
Yeah, honestly, both him and the actor who played Ronaldo.
Yes,
I was more invested in that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If we're just talking like movie by itself, their arc and their parts on the on screen in the movie were definitely like the highlight points and their better parts to me. I was like looking at Eva Green, Eva, Jennifer Beals. Jesus, what a brain fart. It's been a long day, y'all. Anyway, yeah, like it's just I don't know. Like I know this movie didn't get a very good. It did not get a good rating by itself. I think it's like a 5 out of 10 or something like that. So it doesn't have a high rating, but
Yeah, it's funny. I asked ChatGPT. I made a ChatGPT thread just for this. It's like, why did this film basically bomb so much? And it did say that because the marketing for this film was horror. And obviously, you guys watch. This isn't a horror film, but the marketing and also this was the days of this is '85. Arnold was just coming. Well, first off, we had like Halloween. Predator was just coming up, but like I forgot what other horror films are pre '84. But like action and horror were kind of at peak in the '80s. And Hellraiser. Then this shit comes out, and you're like, this ain't a horror film.
yeah, this is not horror, and that's kind of like where this new movie that comes out. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it, the new one that's coming out this week, because I'm like, I don't know how you could make the original one any better. I don't care who's in it. It's sort of like, yeah, look, here's another film that Christian Bale is trying to carry on his shoulders. That's got some weird directional takes, probably by Maggie Gyllenhaal. I'll probably be checked out trying to even see it to begin with. I'm not going to go to the movies to see it. That being said, it's kind of why I'm sure Gilbin wanted to pick this movie to begin with. But oh, wait a second. Hold on. Molly says, I loved this movie as a little girl. Watched it because I thought it was horror. Well, there we have it. I think she might have been the first one, aside from Goodwin, who has actually seen this movie and actually liked it at some point in time of their life.
I commend you for it, Molly. I could not get into it.
But that being said, right, you thought it was horror. It's kind of like that case in point. Like when you see sci-fi horror next to the genre, it's like, well, kind of more like maybe sci-fi romance, if anything. Like there's certainly nothing horror related. Okay, so someone is brought back from the dead or created, right? Like it's not quite that. So yeah, I'm a little confused as to why they wanted to kind of go in that direction in the first place with the genre take. But Rossi, what's up, my short king? How you doing, brother? Between Friday and Saturday, I drank 15 pints of Miller Lite, 3 stouts, 4 whiskey and gingers, and then 2 gin gimlets. I still got it.
15 pints. Nice.
Hell yeah, man. And my man's in his 40s doing it. I can
especially
that.
Especially being the same size as Ronaldo. It's awesome, man.
Oh man. Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, I think like Rossi could be Ronaldo, and then Victor would be Goodwin as far as height differences go. But
well, there's a scene we'll get to. I'm sure you can remember the part with the monster drinking. You know, it's like, I was like,
oh yeah,
you fucking lightweight.
She has not ever been good looking. That is very true. Whoa. Which is, again, I don't usually pick on the Dark Knight, but that's one of the things I'm like,
If I had a choice between Maggie Gyllenhaal and Leona, I'm picking Leona.
That's her?
Yeah. Well, Maggie Gyllenhaal is directing it.
What do you mean that's her? Oh, that's her on the Dark Knight?
Yeah, I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
That is her.
But it's funny, the whole
that
internet
movie spends the entire time gaslighting you into believing she's a hot woman. I was like,
that's why we said the Joker is certifiably nuts.
Yeah.
Because you are
She's
beautiful.
No. That's why like you could have let her die. Do you recommend watching Penny Dreadful for a more thoughtful and less silly exploration of the Bride of Frankenstein? Yes, I have seen some of it. So
Eva Green.
That's why I thought of I'm like Eva Green's definitely
and she's topless every episode.
A lot better looking. Yeah, I think and just total unrelated side note, but I think she's the best looking Bond girl from Daniel Craig's era of Bond. But that's it's another door to open at some point. What's up, Rebel Rose? How are you doing, darling? Hope you're doing well. You can watch Maggie Gyllenhaal in Secretary. True, but the question is, do we want to? Probably not. Yeah, poor Maggie. Yeah, no one was trying to convince us she is hot. That's why I'm like, when she gets blown up, it's probably like, oh, well, at least we don't have to look at her in the third movie.
Yes, that was actually the saving grace.
Should have kept Katie Holmes. I know Katie isn't much of an actress, but better for continuity on the eyes. Yeah, I agree. You know, it look, I understand it. It definitely helps when you have someone that's better looking in the eyes in a movie that's going to have a reprisal role for her or from them, especially like an actress. But for the sake of a character or an actor like Katie Holmes, where she doesn't have the best acting chops either, it's like, well,
No.
you can at least get by like, well, she's not terrible in the eyes. It kind of would be like if people are like, well, Sydney Sweeney's not a good actress. She does not have any acting chops. Well, she's definitely easy in the eyes. So at least there's that going for her. Where it's sort of like you have the opposite of like saying Zendaya. Well, I mean, I guess to Tom Holland, she's easy in the eyes, but I also think he just tried to lock her up so that Timothée Chalamet couldn't get his shot in. But they're all, it's like, you know what it is? It's weird people of that size are just kind of like they all look the same. I don't know. Not trying to be a sizist here, but my made up words. Yes. And that's conversely saying where Eva Green is a brilliant actress, and she's also, very, very pretty. Billie Piper. Yes. If you think Maggie looks bad in The Dark Knight, you should see her now. I haven't seen her in anything recently, so to my eyes, so I don't even know.
That's what pissed people off in Dark Knight Rises. Bruce stopped being Batman for 8 years because his girlfriend died. Yeah. Boy, Bruce, you're so depressed.
Oh my gosh, she is horrifying.
Yeah, Rossi. None of us had really. I'd heard of it. I thought I saw it, but I was completely wrong. I was thinking of a completely different movie. Again, first time for watching a movie that I've not seen for this show here. So it's going to be an interesting conversation nonetheless. What's up, White Bear? How you doing? She was doomed after she slapped Batman the second time in the car. That was it. So sorry. Yeah. And you're getting replaced by Maggie Gyllenhaal. So
I sent you her picture on Discord.
Oh, hold on, let me look at this. Well, hold on. Can I open the link in a browser? Guys, I hate to do this to you. Don't leave the stream, but this is just for, science here.
Yeah, I should go off camera. Oh, God.
It's just for science.
I want to throw up on screen.
This is
oof.
This is only quarter full.
Yeah.
Would you need? I think you would need the whole bottle in order to make her look appealing.
I mean,
and the lights off.
What's the opposite of would? Would not. So
I mean,
oof.
I mean, like, I think Jake Gyllenhaal's a good looking dude, right? A lot of chicks dig him,
Yeah.
I guess he got all the genes, all the good looking genes.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure people could see it on like mobile phone too, Bootzilla. So let me blow that up on the handheld device.
Cindy's wrong. It's not. I need more than one of these. At least,
oh God, could you imagine? I'm gonna go viral, y'all.
it was Cindy's fault. Cindy hates her.
Yeah,
that's right. I'm the misogynist here.
Masculine Mondays is a bunch of misogynists.
Mm-hmm.
The women recommended it. Exactly. And that probably wasn't the best one, but
there was a recent interview she said too for her film The Bride. She wants to get this from a feminine viewpoint, a feminine angle, and Hollywood needs more feminine viewpoints.
Dude, okay, like that, and that's a good segue. Did you see if a few people are able to and say, "Yeah, I want to be that"?
Sure.
Holy crap! Did Leon finally make the switch? Man's not even. I bet Leon's probably listening as he's making like some.
Don't curse
food.
him like that. He's still more fuckable, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, sorry, Maggie. But like that's the thing for the femininity type of aspects in this film here. Like there's actually like a decent amount with Eva's with her character, which again I wasn't really expecting and like wondering. Okay, well if she's another creation, right? So when you have Victor, or sorry, not Victor. I should say when you have Victor the creature, and then this is gonna screw me up so much because I'm always thinking about Victor Frankenstein. When you have Victor the creature, who was created by Baron Charles Frankenstein, and
just call him Sting.
Yeah, Stingstein. Does that make sense? Stingstein. Is that better? We'll call him Stingstein.
Yes, that's
for
awesome.
The remainder of tonight.
Mine.
When you have Stingstein, who's creating these creatures, and the idea is to, again, for this social experiment, and seeing if there's a way where they can fit in, and they're able to have intellectual conversations. They're able to do the same things that Clerval's doing, and what's his face, Shodan, right, and the other people at the fancy English gatherings, and that's the thing where wait, hold on, Stingstein is an Israeli missile. Well, shit, I guess I can't say that either now. Well, Frankensting. Yes. We'll do Frankensting. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Don't want to get the show brought down or something like that because I'm using some.
What were the odds that would be the missile name?
Right? That is. I mean, I'm just learning all new things based on this damn movie, and it's all Goodwin's fault. Maggie, if you're pissed at anyone, be pissed at Goodwin. Goodwin. He's not here though, so. I wonder if his internet crapped the bed.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
I mean, it's happened before. It actually happened one time on the show where he was on here and just cut out, and then his internet came back like 10 hours later, something like that. But I'm messaging him again just in case. Anyway, Frankensting it is. That's going to be the new one. It's not, but it's a joke. Okay, Waylon. I like Frankensting better because it's close to Frankensting. Yo, Tony, what's going on, dude?
Molly.
Shout out to one of the good mates down under.
Yeah, hey Tony.
And thank you for the little shout out via Cine on your last video too, by the way.
Oh man, it cracks me up.
He does. Yeah, something. I think he lost power. Maybe a tornado went through. Well, I think at that point he'd like punch the tornado out of the way. But Frankensting, maybe something like that. Hello, lovely Sherry. Good to see you. Is it still snowing where you are? All bundled up. I don't know, Chris. It's still cold up in New York.
It's up and down. Like, was it like during daytime? It's like 30, so it wasn't a bad state. And of course, now it's like 10 p.m. So now it's down to like 10. Yeah, it's definitely we still have snow on the ground, so it's definitely colder, but it's getting there. It's already March 2nd, man.
Well, it's 67 here. Not to make anyone feel bad, but I kind of do wish it was still.
We had some light snow yesterday, though.
It was like 80 degrees all day.
Oh.
I'm jealous now.
I should went down to New York City. Last week, New York City, no joke, they were paying people to shovel in New York City for 8 to 10 hours, $40 an hour to shovel snow. And of course,
that's not terrible.
Oh yeah, but of course you need 2 forms of ID, and like, how dare they require 2 forms of ID? Almost like it should go to like legal taxpayers who are meant to be here that should be getting this money. Wow, well, I can't believe there's such a concept of
you want to get paid? We need to see ID. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it's.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Blair. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Hello, everyone. Sting should have been a bigger movie star. I feel like that was sort of like on his agenda, right? Like he did
How many films was
Dune
he in?
before this, and now he's in this movie, and I forget what other movies he did after this. But I wonder what was the last movie Sting was in at that point.
So he went from Dune. He was actually in Lock, Stock in 1998.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he doesn't really have much of a filmography though.
It's supposed to have ice rain tomorrow. That sucks. That sounds terrible. I'm
That
sorry.
does sound terrible.
Stay dry and warm, if you can. 53 in Atlanta. It's comparable. It's hotter than a whorehouse on a nickel night out here. Sting's daughter was in The Gentleman. I do know that. Great movie. Would love to talk about it at some point. And I definitely want to cover the show. The show was really good too. I really enjoyed that. So
Apparently, he was in a French film about 4 years ago in 2021. There's actually a French film that's a comedy drama. But yeah, his last action role was Lock, Stock in 1998. So he went from 1998 to 2021 without making a movie.
wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Not that he was probably ever really needed to, because he was quite successful being a musician. So
Oh yeah.
it's like, yeah, I've made a lot of money. I don't really need to do acting, but I did it anyway. I had a really interesting conversation, or an interesting topic for a conversation. I don't know if it would really fit the like a random Monday question or like theme for Masculine Mondays. This could fit maybe more for like a Zach's stream. Our fellow from up north, or my other shoulder boulder brother, and hockey brother. Who is the better musician turned actor? Sting or Jared Leto?
Wait, Jared Leto was a musician first?
You didn't know
Yes.
that? Oh,
I-
you know, Cindy.
I did not. No.
He
Yeah.
was in a very, very popular band called 30 Seconds to Mars. And that's when I believe Fight Club was his first movie.
I'm pretty sure it was. Look it up right now.
And I remember Sting. Yeah, I think Sting is a much better actor than Jared Leto. But Jared Leto won an award. So like that's why some people are like, no, Jared Leto is, he's talented. Well, I don't know about all that because I don't really believe in the awards for the most part. Stinger Ice Cube. Yeah, I think that could be a good one. See, there we go. It's obviously Leto.
Dude, Jared was actually in 7 films before Fight Club.
Was he really?
Yeah, but just of course, like Fight Club was the big one, but not like just minor roles. But I'm looking up right now, like his Fight Club was 99. His first acting gig was 94. So like, shot. Yeah,
Maybe it was. Because
something called Cool and the Crazy. He was in. I never heard of it. That's got Alicia Silverstone. So
okay, no, 36 to Mars started in 98. Okay, well then, yeah, 94. I guess he was more well known after that, which is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, like he was in Switch Black in 97. That's got
Yeah, that's. I mean, well, at that point, Johnny Depp's gonna take that crown. But it'd be interesting topic. Maybe like rating them, perhaps. But anyway, I don't know. Zach, if you're listening, something you can think about.
Yeah.
John Carpenter.
See,
Yeah.
you could argue this because Sting never said it. Sting never said it's Morbin time.
Oh, we're not forgetting about Emer. That's what I'm saying. There's probably just like a lot, that we could definitely include in here. So, Jared was in the series My So-Called Life in the 90s with Claire Danes. Yes, that's right. I do remember that. Claire Danes.
He does have TV credits too. I'm just looking at his film credits.
I like Jared in the Panic Room because he played such a Weasley prick, which probably isn't far off from his real personality. I had met him once, briefly. I think it was in 2007 or 8 at a festival. And I don't say he was an asshole or anything like that, but it was definitely like, very, very busy, so it's like we didn't really have a lot of time to sit and talk, but I mean, I definitely listened to them earlier on. Yeah, that doesn't count. Throws them out. Will Smith. I mean,
you have to like hate him or not. He was a phenomenon like in the 90s.
Oh,
For sure.
definitely, yeah. And even like the last Bad Boys film was surprisingly good. And it did a lot to making now another Bad Boys based on the last one's success. Like he's still putting out some
Donnie Wahlberg. Yep. I mean, listen, Sting is definitely a very talented musician.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of disappointed we didn't get like a Sting song kind of over one of these parts in the movies, but would have been maybe too much. But I feel like it could have. He might have had the right song for this, but I don't know. It would have been interesting. Dwight Yoakam, yeah. Wahlberg counts though. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's a lot out there. Because I do agree, Yoakam has definitely done some good stuff out there.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Lord.
stream.
Yeah, I feel like there have been like some accurate awards with certain movies in acting performances, and there have been more L takes than there have been actual W's. Madonna. Yeah, right. I know, boo for sure. LL Cool J, yeah. Deep Blue Sea.
Definitely.
The 30 Seconds to Mars song at the end of Dragon Age Origins was fire. Yeah. They were. I mean, listen, they've got in games and movies, so I mean, they're definitely super popular. Yes, even Weird Al has done movies, which is I mean, yeah, I grew up listening to Weird Al. It's a good one. You should see him in a movie called Too Deep. I don't know if I've seen that as opposed to Deep Blue Sea.
It's In Too Deep, yeah. I've seen it. It's been a while, but what year is that? It's 1999.
Die Another Day. Yep.
It's got him and Omar Epps in it.
Right. Yeah. It's just easy when you can play yourself. So it's like we want you just to be yourself. Be yourself. Sorry, I had to throw that.
That's cool, Blair.
Oh my gosh, is that Aladdin?
It was. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And Robin Williams, the goat.
Yes.
I guess that's the easiest part when it's like we just need you to be yourself, man. Okay. I have to head back to work. You guys have fun. Hopefully, listen later, dude. Tony, appreciate you.
Yeah, Tony.
Enjoy the rest of your work day. Hope it's not too hard on you. So, fun fact: Sting got Clancy Brown his role in Highlander. Oh,
that is awesome.
I did not know that, but that is very, very cool. I don't remember 30 Seconds in Origins. At the very end, credits, I think, right?
I don't know.
Wheel of Fish.
Supposedly it was confirmed. I guess Christopher Lambert said he's going to make a cameo in a new film. I'm not sure how true that is, but it'd be awesome if it's true.
Who?
Christopher Lambert for the new Highlander film. Apparently he's going to make a cameo. He said, I guess I read an article. He showed a picture of him and Henry Cavill saying he's going to be in it as a cameo. I mean, you hope it's true, but nowadays with AI, you're not even fucking sure what to believe.
Listen, we're definitely going to cover the original Highlander before the Henry Cavill Highlander comes out. Just FYI. So you can rest assured we will cover that. And then who knows? I don't think there's been a movie that we've covered that's been like a new release, but I feel like if it's a really good movie that's worth covering, and the problem is that there haven't really been any, new movies that kind of have masculinity in it, unfortunately, which has been the problem. But I feel like this could be a good example where we could probably cover Highlander, maybe like the following year or sort of thing, so it's not like too on the nose, but I don't know. Maybe depending on what's going on, maybe we will kind of cover it, shortly thereafter, right? We'll just kind of play that by ear, but I know, Davina, I hope it is really good. I hope it's really good for people who love Highlander and just for Henry Cavill himself, man. The man needs a good W like that will propel him. Not that he needs any more lifting up, but just like for people that have anyone out there that kind of just downplays his importance or, his contributions to his roles, how serious he takes it, how much he puts into it. So, I feel like everyone's here is probably gonna be on that same page, but Christopher Lambert, you know him, Cindy. He played Raiden in Mortal Kombat. The OG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fight. I'm total side note. I'm actually kind of hyped for MK2.
I'm sure you and Cindy, because I was Cindy's a gamer too. That new trailer is like the first trailer with Carl Urban was kind of like it's compared to this new one. This new one actually has me excited. Like this new trailer was so badass. Like it's all Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. Like, whoa, what happened? It's like way better than the other one.
Carl Urban, man, he's so Carl Urban will be at MegaCon this year, and he had said he would love to do a Judge Dredd or Dredd sequel, and I know he said that for a while. We covered Dredd last year on Masculine Mondays. It was a great conversation, and I was like, look, we should just start a chant when we go to see him in line. We should just start.
That'd be awesome.
Dredd, Judge Dredd, Judge, and then we record it and try to get everyone, just in the crowd chanting it, and then we post it online, and just
that'd be kind of cool. Actually,
get the momentum started.
It would be,
especially if Carl Urban's like also like yelling it, or just kind of chanting it, or like just seemingly into the vibe, maybe. But yeah.
And I'll get Amazon. He just put out, I heard it was actually pretty decent. There's a new film with him and this girl. It's a pirate film. I watched the first 10 minutes of it, but like Carl Urban, he's all over Amazon. Obviously, The Boys. There's a huge fan demand for Dredd. Like I don't get why Amazon's like it's such a win-win. Like they'll dump like $200 billion on Rings of Power and shit like that. Like
they've been so focused on that message that they completely do not care about their customers and what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really isn't unfortunate. I mean, listen, I don't think it's too late. I think as long as the actors want to do it, then that's important. But if the original showrunners want to do it, the writers want to do it, I forget the names off the top of my head, the director even, then I think we're in a really good spot there too. I would say in terms of, where it goes, they do have a very good potential follow-up. It just depends on what they can actually do.
Yeah,
I am the law. What's up, Soul Assassin? Also, by the way,
you covered here. I'm not sure if Cindy's seen it, but like, look at the fan reaction to Dark Wolf, and even Jack Reacher. So like, there's a fandom for these kinds of shows. I'm sure Dredd will have just high as ratings as Jack Reacher's show, or like the Terminal List. Why isn't this getting made?
Have you seen the 3 movies, Cowboy and Aliens? Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
Harrison Ford.
Wait, is that what the prize of the quickening is, to become the lightning god for Earthrealm? I think so.
Wow.
I
thought about that.
Yeah, I think there was rumor about a Dredd TV series, but I don't know what happened to that. I'd almost wonder if like a movie would be better at that point, because I feel like if they make a show, there's more to screw up as opposed to just a movie, which is just one and done type of thing.
Yeah.
But, which is really interesting. But I mean, all their high budget shows are shot like crap too, so that doesn't help.
I know.
Yeah. There was a Dredd TV series in the works, but it got shut down a few years ago. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what sucks, is like the first Dredd was the budget was 50 million. Then you see like, hey, we're dumping like 400 million on the Acolyte or some shit, like it's whatever, or Andor.
Yeah. I mean,
budgets.
Yeah. Which is really interesting when it comes to budgets. And I mean, I looked up the budget for this film, again, 1985, this movie gets made. Budget's $12 to $13 million, right? Which, you know, most of it looked practical, you know, some effects here and there. I don't know how much any of the actors got paid at that relevant time, but obviously this did not do on the box office. This made like $3.6 million in the box office. So, you know, it was obviously a flop. Which, again, like for movies that came out in the 80s to be considered a flop, it's you know, I feel like there weren't a lot back then. There were definitely some, but there weren't a lot. Much like that's kind of like all I feel like we get nowadays is just flops the past, like, you know, 5-10 years or somewhere in between. But you know, again, the overall critical response, you know, Cinema Score gave this film an average of a C. Then you've got Rotten Tomatoes, which, you know, isn't anything really to kind of follow and trust, has a 27% rating. And there's a post I sent today on X where it was the bracket of all of the Oscar nominated movies over like, I forgot how many years, but it was Return of the King that won it all. And, you know, I was like, this is like one of the rare times where you have a voting, some sort of voting system, a breakdown that stems from Rotten Tomatoes that is actually accurate, with Return of the King winning it all. I'm like, you know, not even bias aside, you know, because, you know, I'm a big Tolkien fan, but yeah, what are they waiting for? I don't know, honestly. That is a very good question. I feel like and I don't know if this is the type of conversation that if Carl Urban starts to kind of say, like, yeah, I would love to do it, and then, you know, word of mouth starts happening and spreading, and it's like, well, hey, maybe we can. I don't know if it's has something to do with like the studio or whatnot. I don't even know who owns the rights to Dread anymore.
Look it up.
I was gonna look it up, but I missed 80s movies with nudity. Yeah, and this one definitely had it. I was gonna try and snag a clip of it. I got a clip after the fact, where there's no audio, or sorry, no music in it. But you know, I got screenshots just in case, because like maybe I'll just throw a screenshot it's in here, play a, you know, little slideshow as we're talking about it. But if it is Warner Brothers, well, I mean, hey, it's about to be Paramount, so we might have better chances of getting a sequel if they want to make more money. So
it looks like it's kind of split. It's like Disney and something else called DNA Films,
interesting,
which I think is a property of Lionsgate.
Yeah, this says right here, like it's something I'm looking, I'm seeing called Rebellion, or like Rebellion Developments. The owners of 2000 AD and creator of Judge Dredd hold the property rights to the character, brand, and film and TV.
It is the best movie ever. It's one of the very few movies I will give a 10 out of 10 scoring onto as well. Tolkien is cool, but Amazon did it better. I'd ban you if you weren't a mod for me, Molly, but
you still can.
I am in a generous mood tonight, so I will spare you.
Generous God.
DNA Films sound like a different kind of studio.
Yeah,
they do.
Wow.
So I don't know. We'll see. You know, it's definitely going to be interesting. I hope this means that there's some kind of hope, but you know, I heard something interesting where it's like you can have a good expectation for something, but not be hopeful of it. It's like I'm hyped for this movie, but I know it's going to be bad, right? It's like that's the type of, you know, ideology that some people don't have and they can't comprehend when they watch movies. And it's like they're hyped to go see, you know, a movie like Superman, and they're like, oh, but I love Superman, and then all of a sudden it's like, this is objectively not a good movie. What are you talking about? It was a great movie. It's like, well, listen, you can be excited and like character in a movie, but at the end of the day, if a movie's bad because it has, you know, the DNA behind a movie that is bad, no pun intended, then guess what? It's not that, or it's not good. So you could just have no hope for something. But Chris, I wish I could do the tiger growl. Lols.
Oh, the tiger Tigger.
Oh man, yeah, that's really good.
That's like what's his face, Dustin on Stranger Things, but
Oh, well, he's funny because he's got the no teeth, so he pulls
Yeah.
his gums back. It's like it's like a high pitch, like
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've tried to do that, but I think it was maybe like younger, like 20 years ago. I think I could do it, but
I tell people, listen, the things you learn in prison. It's
I used to be able to talk like the groundhog or the little gopher thing, where
That's
he would do
almost-
that.
Uh,
He would do the whistle in between like certain words, and I could imitate it, but I can't do it now.
oh, it's sort of like what's his face on what's
like-
what's the old man in Family Guy, Herbert?
oh, Herbert.
A little
Yeah.
bit, yeah, but he'd kind of whistle more. And it's like, oh gosh, I wish I could imitate it. I can't think about it.
Let's see if I can do it.
It's almost like Smeagol-ish.
Say, Chris, how you doing? You look
Yes, like that.
You're looking so really good right now. You
wanna come over and
stack me a sandwich, and I'll bake you a nice stack when you. Something like that, right?
That's disturbingly accurate. So,
It is.
I
I'm
mean,
glad I
it's
can no
kind of
longer
sick.
do it.
kind of like, boy, Nick,
Mustn't ask us not of business.
my friend Elliot, he does that Herbert voice so fucking verbatim. I was like, dude, he should like, yeah, you guys don't. There's certain impersonators out there where people can impersonate. You're like, is that the actual actor? Like his Herbert. I'm like, how can you do that voice? He's like, I don't know, dude. Like,
Yeah, you know what's funny is that I heard the guy who plays Sir Dunk from Night of the Seven Kingdoms. He did a Stewie Griffin impression.
really?
It's actually really good. I was like,
Yeah.
that's one of the best ones I think I've heard like anyone else do aside from like Seth MacFarlane, because I feel like Stewie.
Yeah.
I used to be able to do it, like do Stewie Griffin's voice, well, but like you definitely kind of have to have this sort of. I say that the fat man and Brian. So you had this like,
Yeah.
sort of like weird, like go about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What the deuce? What the deuce?
What the deuce? Yeah.
I love too,
Um,
Nick. What was that? Somebody for Audible. It's like, hey guys, listen to Audible. The guy's like, my mother's like, wow, this actor, he does a really good Gollum impression. He sounds just like Smeagol. Whoever's doing the audiobook of Lord of the Rings. I'm amazed by how good his Smeagol impression is. Yeah.
Dude, I cannot recommend
Yeah. I'm buying
those
those.
books enough.
God.
You know, like if you are into audiobooks and obviously love Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or the similarly, and but especially The Hobbit and Two Towers,
Yeah.
audiobooks, because Smeagol and Gollum are in that, and so when Andy Serkis is getting to the Gollum and Smeagol parts, it's just like I remember listening to the first time and I just got a huge smile on my face
Yeah.
because he's the goat. But the cool thing about the audiobooks is because the books had more or different parts. Some parts are extended, like in The Hobbit, where they go back and forth when the riddles. There's more riddles that are told than we actually get in the movie, which is quite interesting, and also kind of one of the things that bothered me about the movie. And I'm like, you guys why'd you cut those jokes or those riddles out? Like the whole point was to get Circus back on screen here. I do think Martin Freeman's a good actor, and he was good as Bilbo, but yeah, I digress. Listen to the audiobooks, they're worth it. And audio is how I do books. Aside from comics reading, it's hard for me. Weird. I mean, like I totally get it. If you're busy, you can't just sit here with the book and read. Audiobooks are definitely a great source of still.
Oh yeah.
Obtaining knowledge or just
experiencing the story.
Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, especially when I was a bus driver the first year when I'm working 65 hours a week, trust me, like having the earbuds on, listen to audiobooks, especially some books are 40, 50 hours long. It really helps burn out your work week because the monotony of driving the same route over and over again.
Yes, and so that is a good point here. While a fire truck goes by my house, I could have sworn I actually got one of the first yeah, there's new Harry Potter books that came out.
Oh shit.
And I think I get like it's a full cast edition. But I just got the first one. I just got the Chamber of Secrets to see if
Yeah.
that was indeed if I was gonna like it. Because I think there was actually quite a few big names in these audiobooks. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like for a couple years, I had Audible.com. Audible is like you pay the monthly fee, like $15 a month, where you get one free credit. Some audiobooks are like $40-$50. So when you pay that $15 credit, you get a free book. It can be any price. So I got like 60 books in my library right now.
Yeah, I don't have
Dang.
that much, but I have a good like probably a couple dozen. But yeah, audiobooks are great, honestly. So, I had the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings audiobooks by Andy. They are great. Heck yeah, they are. Heck yeah, they are. Let's talk a little bit more about the Bride. As much as I love talking about audiobooks, and could probably talk more about them. The Bride. Yeah, dude, she's very pretty.
Mhm.
So is he.
I mean, you know, I'm sure certain dudes probably fancied Sting, you know, back in the day, or maybe still to this day. But
Tell you.
you know, it's totally fine. You know, even when I was watching this movie and thinking about the types of traits that these characters have, yeah, there's not like you're very atypical type of movie in comparison to what we've covered on here so far. So it's like, you know, there's not a whole lot of like, you know, legend usage here from the ones that we currently have. So I'm like just trying to find some just traits in general for it. And then getting to the actual ratings too was definitely like quite interesting. You know, and I was really curious to see what Goodwin would have to say about some of these. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting overall. I mean, and in terms of like the themes that I saw here, like there's definitely this control versus like the maturity of the characters, especially the created ones. You know, this type of authority that is earned by Ronaldo, Victor, and Eva, whereas, you know, Frankenstein, Clerval, Chauvin, they all inherited their authority, right? I'm so posh. Fetch me my John Keats book, will you please? I'm gonna burn it in the fire. That pissed me off. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I know Waylon hasn't watched this movie. He just throws a John Keats book in the damn fire. I think it was a John Keats book, wasn't it? I thought it was.
Look it up.
And I was like just thinking maybe you should try reading books instead of burning them. I had to throw my Sean Connery out there, but
Great movie.
yeah.
Yeah, I was also screaming at my TV. It's like, don't burn he burned the book.
Yeah, and then the books that when she's like, you didn't create me, and he's like, well, actually I did create you. You had another purpose.
Damn
and
right.
And then I'll show you proof. Oh yeah, there were journals that I kept, and then those journals get burned as well. Goodwin hates ice, baby. He does. I always appreciate those comments though. He does. Because oh god, what's the line? He talks about oh damn it.
Shelley's Prometheus versus Keats.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he goes, now who's the Prometheus? And then just tosses it in the fire. And I'm like, all right.
That didn't really help your argument.
Yeah. I'm like, you just look weak now, bro. But and so yes, like Sting is definitely this institutional creator. Very, very cocky, obviously has a lot of inherited authority. Yes, he's got intelligent because he is, he's created two beings. He does have a sense of entitlement. And he also has pride, which I think is one of the biggest things of his downfall here too. And this was this was really interesting to try and like gauge and judge, because he Frankenstein he's operating from like this privilege that he has, and he believes that his status, or being in his type of status, and authorship grant him some type of like greater authority, right? And it's like the comparison, because Eva is all about, her character is all about autonomy, and it's Frankenstein's insecurity that exposes his masculinity that's rooted in pride and ego. And you see, especially over the course of this movie, by the end of the movie, like he's actually like very immature when it comes to women. Like, he doesn't have a sense of wooing her the same way like Chauvin does, right? Because they're both pretty boys, I guess, but he doesn't have a smooth sense in doing so, which is again quite interesting. But I also think that's his downfall, right? Like that's something that just does not bode well for him. And it's like when I'm thinking about his affirmation here, like, he does have a sense of ambition. He wants to be more of an intellect, and try to drive and create something. But once he does, it's like he doesn't know what to do with it, right? Like, it's like, well, I'm going to create Victor the creature, and I'm going to create Ava, named after the first woman, and I'm going to put them together, and for a social experiment. And then he thinks that, oh, Victor, oh yeah, that guy's dead, yeah, he's no longer here. And it's like, and I'm thinking, did you just lose him? Like, dude just left and you didn't care at all, because he was so encapsulated in Eva and what he'd done. And I think Frankenstein is seeing the success. He's seeing what is happening with Eva's progression. She's learning how to act better in society. She's learning how to speak better in society. She's definitely being a learned person, and has a great memory. Go ahead. Sorry.
Doesn't that also like highlight his immaturity, right? And his
Yeah.
pride and ego? Because he would see Frankenstein as a failure, but he sees this woman, Eva, as a very real success to his work. And that would definitely cloud all judgment, over everything from now on.
Yeah. And that I think I had that written down, where like, yeah, he has like he has an inability to handle rejection, right? And so that he doesn't know how to control the rejection, and in turn it weakens his moral strength, his moral maturity. So he doesn't know how to really act. And it's like, I want to just throw myself at her and try to kind of grape her at the end. But even like when Chauvin is putting the moves on her, which she's all about, and he just comes in here, whips him across the face, and or smacks him across the face rather, and she's like, I don't want you, bro. Like, what are you doing here? Why are you interrupting me? Like, but he doesn't know how to say, like, I mean, he's actually a very jealous man too. Which I was like, oh man, you can't be jealous, bro. Like that's not going to be well for your masculinity rating, my friend. So you're about to be judged on that. But yeah, it's like, and then it's like, who else is he trying to inspire there? Because everyone is of the same sort of class and entitlement and intellect. So he it's like no one else wants to be like him or is trying to be like him. And then because he has this entitlement, it's like it's all built on ownership rather than like a partnership with someone. And that's why she's like, you don't own me. And it's like, well, in fact, I do because I created you. And it's like, but that's not how this is supposed to work. And he doesn't get that sense of partnership. Like if he would have treated it better, even if he said like, I created you, but you could have had a different spin on it, much like, hey, you could have your own free will. However, start to kind of, water that seed better. And that's not something that he understands how to do. And it's kind of interesting. His character is a little contradictive, where he's so seemingly well studied. Although I think he dropped out of college. Was it? He either got kicked out or dropped out. I forgot which one it was. But only one watch through. But regardless, whether you get dropped out or you leave or get kicked out, it's sort of like the same conclusion where your studies have kind of fallen by the wayside, especially in that era. And because he's not studying the right type of things, it's like, yes, he brought two creatures to life. Man obviously has some sort of intelligence, which means something, but at the same time, he doesn't know how to have a partnership with anyone, right? Because maybe there's some competition with like Clerval. So I don't have a very high rating for Frankenstein here. Ironically, I gave him a yellow for affirmation. So I feel like he did have a bit of, again, he had a sense there where there was something there, but especially by the end of the movie, like it just does not really bode well. And then for inspiration and aspiration, like he doesn't quite achieve either thing. And because you have like this comparison and contrast between the two types of people here, right? The people who are inherited and the people who have to earn their way of life. And then the same thing with like, I even struggled to come up with a good title for this bloody stream here. And the reason why I said and chose to say like when masculinity turns into possession, it's because like he's trying to use what and again I know that this wasn't created to focus on masculinity here, but he is a possessive person and he wants to control Victor the creature and Eva, especially more so Eva, because he lets Victor go. And then just again, oh yeah, he's dead. It's fine. You don't need to worry about him. And until he shows up at the end, and it's like, get my hands off of her. But it's just like this masculinity kind of. It's become so possessive, and it's like, man, this is also kind of where I'd say on the flip side with Victor, which we'll talk more about in just a minute. But I think he does have a better form of masculinity here, ironically, and he is protective. So it's like there's almost this protective possession over Eva because he loves her, and that's just one of those things where he is better than his creator, which is very, very interesting. So
yeah.
Let me give this guy 2 reds. Not very masculine at all. Kojo, greetings from North Carolina. Good to see you here, my friend. What's a blowhard? Ask Waylon. He's a man of Urban Dictionary. If you know, you know. I don't know if the next birthday stream, excuse me, in June will be that wild. It might be. We'll just have to wait and find out.
It's come up already. Wow, time flies.
I know.
Seriously.
Percy Bysshe Shelley is blowhard compared to Keats. Yes, I agree. And I agree. Keats is the best poet of his generation. 100%. I was going to highlight this before. We all know that Sydney has a pile of books for burning that consists of shitty fan fiction and modern day fantasy slop. Yes.
Don't call me out.
I feel like Leon has a pile of books on people's Resident Evil takes right now.
Well, that's
but
gonna be.
Oh no, he keeps that shit. It makes him happy.
yeah, it's true. I should not try to bring up Blumpkins again.
That was
listen,
awesome.
I think that's okay to do. If there's someone that's on the stream that doesn't know about it, you know. So, which who knows? There might be. We shall wait.
Damn kids in your sexual slang.
We shall wait and see. Yeah, so we're gonna get through the inherited people first. Get them out of the way. So again, Clerval, he's not in the film a lot, which definitely makes trying to gauge these characters a little difficult, and to give them, you know, full and accurate takes, even though we could try to headcanon it and try to think about things that are behind the scenes, right, or in between scenes that he's not in. He's just, again, a civilized companion. He's the same type of person that is Frankenstein. I mean, you see them sort of like riding together. They're at the same sort of parties together. So they're of this, you know, same twine, I guess you could say. But he does have a sense of courtesy, though. I think he is patient. But though, you know, he does have those couple lines where he's like, you know, have you tried some other physical activities with her yet? And Frankenstein's like, well, that's not the point yet. Well, you know, and that's not something we need to focus on. And he's like, I don't know.
This dude is like heavily interested in Frankenstein's like love life.
Yes, which is a little creepy.
Very.
You know, and it's like you almost think he has some sort of etiquette. And I'm just like, man, like I don't know if this dude's like insecure and that's why he's all up in Frankenstein's business or whatnot. But yeah, it really is. Like I said, like I get he's trying to show some sort of like integration to society, and like some sort of entitlement. Peace out, Rossi. Yes, get that sleep, hydrate, my
buddy.
friend.
Take care,
Get
Rusty.
rid of that hangover. Drink Pedialyte.
Yes.
Pedialyte will help, dude. Just drink like a whole bottle or two of that, and you'll be good. If you need to dilute it with some water, do that. Oh, and saltine crackers, bro. The mini saltine crackers, bro. And that, man, last time I was absolutely hammered. I had two bottles of Pedialyte and like a box of saltine crackers. It was amazing. And then I went to the sauna the next day in the gym and just sweat the whole shit out. But feel better, bro. We'll be talking soon and seeing you soon, man. It's only a matter of weeks until MegaCon, so we got to talk more about that too. Back to Clerval here. Yeah, I don't know. Like I was struggling with him because he's not in the damn movie a lot.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, he does demonstrate certain things. Like, okay, he has a sense of you know, stability here. But he doesn't undergo some sort of like deep transformation or much of a transformation. He's like the same in every scene we see. So it's really hard to find some sort of arc or character growth.
Yeah, just a constant. Did you bang her yet? Did you bang her yet?
Yeah, I'm like, this guy seems more like a bro dude than like an actual like intellect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he remains consistent.
Right, and that's the thing. Like he does remain consistent. It's sort of like, you know, you start dating a new person, and like your friend's like, "Yo, you bang her yet? You bang?"
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what? No, like still getting to know her before that happens. I mean, you know, it's just if there's some, you know, something like that. But yeah, like it again. Like I didn't want to be overly harsh to a certain extent with him, but at the same time, I'm like, man. I don't see a lot of his character being so well utilized in the masculinity sense. Like I do think that his affirmation is probably, again, it's probably a yellow, meaning there's something there, like being consistent with his self.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely puts Frankenstein in his place a couple times too. Like he has
He
a problem,
does.
you know.
Yeah, and that's one thing I appreciated about him. He kind of checks
Mm.
his buddy there, which I'm like, well, I think that's being a good friend. And then I think that's also, again, being someone that does show a counter of intellect, like where Frankenstein is like, yeah, I know the answer to this. I know exactly what I'm doing. And he's like, well, do you though? Because you know, I don't think you do. Like it's like the whole the whole Keats conversation that comes up. Like I think he was the one that started that. And then I think that's where Eva makes a mention, and then Frankenstein is like, no, that's not correct at all. And she was like, oh yeah, I want to bet. And so then she walks down the hallway, grabs the book, and then throws it at Frankenstein, and then like quotes the book, and then like walks out of here. And then he's like, I'm gonna burn this son of a bitch thing. Terrible. Have you seen the trailer for Scary Movie, the new one? I don't think I have.
They played it for Scream 7. It's out in the Twitter sphere and YouTube now.
Guess who's back? Back again. Last year I tier listed Arnold movies. How about this year? Just tier list.
That's a good idea.
Movies. Yeah. Okay. So I like, not to get off going on a tangent here, but I do have a couple ideas. I will say that. And they may involve fun tier lists. So, and I'll mention one of those things here in just a second. Again, so for inspiration, right? Like I don't know how he can be inspiration. Like who around him is trying to be inspired by him? Like who's?
Well, doesn't he push for Eva's autonomy?
He does.
I
And
wonder
also-
if that's kind of like his own form of message pushing, like, or an agenda, right? Oh, she'll have her own autonomy. She could think like a man. We could have actual conversations with her, but really it wasn't really his true agenda in the end. He just really liked her.
Yeah. And I mean, ideally I was going to give him a yellow for inspiration, and then same thing for aspiration. Again, it's kind of hard to see his character all the way through, but I do think he overall was a bit more masculine than Frankenstein, which is something to say. So I mean, I don't know if you guys would agree. It sounds like you guys do, but
yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Jack's G22s? How are you doing tonight, my friend? On to the before we go to the next character, I will say I was planning on doing so if anyone remembers, we did the whole masculine bracket tournament at the end of last year. And because it definitely took a while, I was like, well, maybe we do a halfway point. So we'll cover all the movies that we'll get up to in like June from the start of this year, and which should definitely take a lot less time, because there's going to be I think like 20, if I did the math correctly, that was like maybe 22 I was maybe 22 or 23 weeks of movies up to that point. I think it's 22, because there's going to be a week where we're not going to be talking about a movie in particular, because of MegaCon. But there will still be a show, so we'll still be doing it, but more on that later. So I figured we could do that, and then maybe also do something else, like do maybe like a Stallone tier list of movies, which would probably be hilarious, especially when we get to the Rambo films and the Rocky films. So yeah, it could be fun. could be fun to do something like that again. But yep, Captain Yosef Shoden, the institutional disciple, as I called him. Definitely has a way, a posture. Definitely has a sense of duty. He has discipline, order. He does have restraint though, and then again, he does have a bit of social authority, especially when he's going after Eva and flirting with her. And I do think that he represents this type of masculine that's formed through the right type of structure in hierarchy, and because he's disciplined. And I would say that the type of authority that he has is grounded in order and a sense of responsibility rather than some sort of like emotional entitlement that Frankenstein has. And I think because of what we see in the movie, what takes place, like she's obviously swooning for Shoden here and not Frankenstein. And you could tell she's much more into him than Frankenstein. And conversely, when Frankenstein interrupts them and he gets slapped, and then he's like, yeah, I didn't even care about her anyway. I don't really, I'm not into her. This is all for fun.
Speaking of Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh,
Ah,
look who showed up.
there it is.
Charles Frankenstein is the first male feminist. And that's why he got a low ass rating there, Goodwin. Where the hell are you? Did your internet cut out?
Talk about latent gay.
Latent gay. But I do think that for his sense of affirmation, because I think he has a type of disciplined masculinity that operates within duty and restraint, that it is higher than the previous two. Aha, I called it. Good when Willen said it was possible that a tornado hit your house, but you smacked it out of the way I said. So
I blame Sting.
Frankenstein.
Every breath you take.
Every breath you take.
Every move Goodwin makes.
Every move Goodwin makes.
Oh my goodness.
And that's the extent of Sting I will ever sing on stream here.
I was
mainly because I don't get copyright strikes.
Yeah. I was going to make a thread with ChatGPT and I check Goodwin's answers and always agrees with them. Like, I'm not sure Goodwin isn't AI.
Well, he's AI basically copied off of Goodwin because
That's true.
They're going by the age of it all. You hope you're watching me. Your device will have no connectivity. So yeah, I think for Shoden here, I wanted to give him a green for affirmation. Because it's like, I feel like every time he enters a scene and you see his approach to Eva, which is really his main interaction, that not only does it go exceedingly well and it bodes for him, but you can see the type of like bond that they're building, the type of connection that's there, that he's unlocking something new in her that is allowing her to grow and be autonomous. Did I forget the final scene? No, we were just talking about that, I think, before you signed on, where he gets interrupted and then smacked, and then he was like, yeah, I didn't give a shit about her. This is all for fun. Yeah, it was just an experiment, And it's like, nah, he was just trying to look hard in front of Frankenstein. That's what it was. He didn't want to man up.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily the case a lot of times, and it was used as a means of basically mocking the guy, and just being like, oh, I knew you wanted this, so I took her.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, I was just going to deflower your award because of the challenge. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd say that's like more the inspiration why inspiration's probably red because dumb shit like that.
yeah, no, I mean, overall, he's still not the best masculine character by far in here. I mean, like everyone in this society, I think altogether, just is not very masculine. But
The most masculine man is the monster.
and I'd say Ronaldo too. But
Yeah.
yeah, the freaks, if you will, right? But that shame would land on Frankenstein since she's his ward, right? All right. Which I'm not saying the slap meant anything of it, but yeah. Okay, so then maybe a yellow for affirmation. Then I had red for inspiration and aspiration here for him, to be honest with you. Was not too impressed with the ability for him to lead and be inspirational, aside to get in her pants, and whether it was for real or for for fun. Either way, still shitty. But
Oh, very.
yeah, like, wow, this guy's actually an asshole. Let me put this in here real quick. You say Ronaldo, Victor, and Eva, and the housekeeper are the only virtuous characters. Yeah, Mrs. Bowman. Normal humans are all shit.
I mean, it's calling Ronaldo less than human. That's kind of bigoted there.
Yeah, no, 100%. You're only half human.
And that's because Jay's like 7'3", so.
If Victor, the creature, they couldn't use Goodwin's name because he had a copyright on it, but no, he's not normal. Yeah, so Victor definitely has, and as we see here, and again, like when we were just saying this earlier, Cindy, like how the better parts of this movie surrounded Victor and Ronaldo. Whether it was Victor by himself, after Ronaldo's death, or whether it was the two of them that were, forming a friendship, right? So there's definitely like a good sense of, of companionship here, being seen, and he had a loyalty to Ronaldo and vice versa. But you see a lot of emotional growth from him, when he's seeing, Ronaldo from swing down or fall down with the cord attached, and he's like afraid that Ronaldo's gonna die, and then it's like, hey, that was actually pretty funny. Maybe we actually put that in the circus here, so that way it's it sells more, and sure enough, it did. And it's definitely one of those aspects of it hitting him even harder when Ronaldo's death occurs, and especially as he's like kind of holding him in his arms at the end, and you've got the other circus folk that are just telling him he's dead, get out of here, and to the point where oh god, what's the greasy haired dude's name? I totally forgot that he was the one who cut Ronaldo's.
Is it Bala?
Maybe. Maybe it was. Yeah, I think it was, right? Goodwin would probably remember. But Goodwin, now that you're here, there's so many people that have not seen this movie, which is kind of hilarious.
I think it is. I think it's Bella.
Bella, yeah. Because then I thought I'd seen this, but I hadn't. So it was a interesting point. But anyway, Yeah, I was like, I don't remember all the names, but yeah, Bella, whatever. And so when he's rummaging through his stuff, and yeah, it's Bella. Yeah, Waylon's never seen the
Oh,
movie
Bella.
either.
Yeah.
Dude, even Rick saw it for the first time today. What's up, Rick? How you doing, bud? Dude, so many of us have saw it the first time, and yeah, this movie is criminally underseen. That is a matter of fact today. So, yeah, and when Bella is going through rummaging through stuff trying to find the coins, right, that they were um very, very unwilling to give for their work, wanted to get it back, and Bella takes things out of hand, and it's like, oh well, I thought you wanted them out of the way, and by that meaning dead. It's like, well, yeah, I wanted them gone, not dead and gone. So you took it too far, and sure enough, Victor here is listening, so it's like he's not that stupid, even though he might look dumb. He might sound dumb, not dumb, for the most part. He's just not as learned because Frankenstein didn't want to take the time with him like he did Eva. But
True.
which is, again, it just kind of shows more about Frankenstein's character compared with Victor and Eva. But yeah, and he just flips the whole card over. Man got pissed off and was like, I'm gonna flip a table. And then, I mean, when he throws Bella at the lion cage and impales him, dude, I was like, yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know, like, because
It was a lot prettier.
earlier before Sandy was talking about basically the B plus subplot between him and Ronaldo. But for me, the best scene in the film was when as he's holding him and he's like, "I love you, my friend." Like, I just like started like, oh god, like.
Yeah, like there's some really good moments between Victor and Ronaldo, like when they walk into the bar, and I mean, I was going to mention this for Ronaldo, but it's really interesting how all the other people in that little bar, or the pub, I should say, maybe, are all making fun of Ronaldo, and then in comes Victor, bumps his head on the ceiling, and is like, oh yeah, this is my mate. We're here together to drink some ale, and I'm gonna stand on the bar because I can. And if you have anything to say about it, well, then my friend here will crush you.
Yeah.
And same thing. He just gets drunk. It's like, another ale for me, something bigger for my friend.
You see the size of that thing? It's like this too.
Oh yeah, just two of them.
Another one.
Another one passes out. But that's the moment again, like where Victor kind of, again, like Victor's never had ale before, doesn't know his tolerance, and he doesn't know how to hold his ale, his hops. But
it's his first time. I'll give him a free pass.
Yeah. I'm not going to hold that against the guy, but as a result, it exposes and makes Ronaldo vulnerable to attack, and as a result, they're both getting thrown off the bridge into the water, which definitely, sobered up Victor at least.
That'll wake you up. Shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That fresh cold water hitting you, man, when you're hungover.
Yep. Awake.
Yep.
Yeah, Victor brings justice because, as Ronaldo said, you are a man of virtue. Yep.
Yeah.
And Victor means you will win.
He's like he's telling Ronaldo I don't like, you go to your heart, like, I don't have a heart. Like, yes you do. Like, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, again, it reminded me of like the Sandlot, follow your heart, kid, and never go wrong. It's like, all Victor has to do is follow the heartbeat, follow what speaks to him, and obviously emotionally, which that's, and again, just the oversight of Frankenstein, and then just the way, again, the different type of societies that they're both brought up in, where Frankenstein is cocky, egotistical, and you've got Ronaldo, who literally has to look up to everything in the world, and as the whole world looks down upon him, He has to deal with the abuse, being called, a dwarf, midget, little person, all that kind of stuff. And he just kind of deals with it, right? He gets picked on the first time we see him by like kids, and it's like, oh, here comes Victor. Might want to watch out. Otherwise you have to deal with my new friend here. But yeah, that was a great line.
Yeah.
I don't have a heart. Of course you do. It's what's breaking. Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of like low key good dialogue in here. A lot of great lines that are well written. Ironically, even though again, it's a very underseen movie. A lot of people probably don't know much about it in general. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, when we were discussing movies on Zach's stream about the year versus year battles, I don't think was this movie mentioned. Do you remember, Goodwin? Because I don't remember if it was or not, but I feel like it probably wasn't because no one had seen it, or maybe I thought I did at that point. I brought it up and no one else has seen it. Right. Even our expert horrorist on the panel, she hadn't seen it either.
Well, I feel like the odds were a little too high that she hadn't seen it.
I know. You still haven't seen it, Zax? I think you should check it out. I'd be curious to see what you say about it. Were you gonna say something, Cindy?
Oh no, I was gonna say, unless you don't like romances, in which case you'll definitely start zoning out when those pop up.
Let's see what Blue has pulled up here. Hang on.
Yeah, I muted just because it's some music in the background, but just so you can read the captions right there. It says it. It's like, of course you do.
Yeah.
It says it's breaking, but yeah, they're playing music. So but yeah, I just holding them like, oh god.
Yeah, this was a tough scene.
Yeah, I agree. You can definitely aggravate some allergies. You might have the fan on too high, and if you have a higher ceiling, and some people forget to dust their fans anyway. I mean, I do, but you gotta dust those fans off that way.
I got a cat here too and a puppy. Goddamn cat.
Yeah, you got
wiping your eyes with a cat.
Yep. Try to find a line where he's like, I think he calls as my friend going up.
What's that?
No, so the scene coming up too. I'll find a dialogue where he's like says like my friend as he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean even the parts of when he's like saying I want it, where Ronaldo says that he wants to go to Venice.
Yep.
And I'm like, Venice. Just I don't know why. Reminded me of The Last Crusade of Indiana Jones. Every time Indiana Jones is like, Venice. But it's like that was sort of like a dying wish for Victor from Ronaldo. Like, like, here, take this and go here. Like, it's like the implication is that when you find and you follow your heart, this is where you're going to go, because you're also going to remember. He's also going to remember, Ronaldo, his actual first friend, and that's what's going to mend his heart. I feel like in the end, it wasn't because it was the infamous 85 versus 2000 one where Goodwin showed up late and injured. Oh. Zax, it has more than boobs. It has full. It's got frontal. It's got bush.
You get to see bush, yeah.
Yeah, and not Jeb Bush.
Oh yeah.
I might have a screenshot or two I can pull up. I'll just let me up. I know. I'm not crying. You're crying. All your dream. Yep. Exactly. Victor needs to claim the woman he loves. Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a great place to take a woman you love is Venice. So I like me some Bush gasoline.
Don't we all?
Oh man. So I'd say for our friend Victor here, um, I think through it all, I definitely think that he affirms resilience and like this emotional development from the start of the movie to the end. You know, especially because the guy gets to go to Italy with Eva,
Mm.
rescues her, kills Frankenstein. Yeah, and it's like they're both set free, really. You know, he actually does a lot um for himself and for Eva. And in turn it has allowed her to see the real Victor. And if I can change, and you can change, everybody can change.
That's pure masculine.
Yep.
I mean,
But
Rocky into the Cold War.
yeah, by the way, good when Waylon said and proposed maybe we do a Sylvester Stallone movie tier list for the birthday stream, as well as the part of the masculine bracket breakdown. But so I'm going to I had a green here for our tall and goofy yet emotional friend for affirmation. Um and and really I was sort of torn about inspiration, but I did have him as a green as well. And
Yeah.
I say that because he's not trying to claim any sort of entitlement, right? He has this sense of humility because of what he is and because of what he lacks, and everything that he does has to be earned. Um, and I think the amount of strength that he has to endure and or rather build, I should say, because of what he endures, um, would definitely put him green as inspirational. For aspiration, I definitely because of the growth that he has in full progress by the end is like um, fully formed again because of what he is able to do. He's able to confront his fears, you know, facing your creator, being, you know, like even like he's like afraid of fire, but then he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just put this fire out on here and still go after you. So, but yeah, Victor at the end is all green due to his journey. Yeah, I would agree to that.
Oh yeah.
I would agree to that. So, yeah, yeah, people would pick on Victor, but the man got the green rating down the line. Who's
Oh, come
goofy
on.
now?
Victor is what all modern women are wanting. He's like 7 feet tall. He does have some money. I mean,
Yeah.
like, he's willing to put out his fears for this woman.
Yeah.
True.
He's probably well
That is
hung
great.
too. You know.
And Cindy, that right there is why I wanted you to watch the movie,
Hell yeah.
because you got it. Point taken and seen. And
Yeah.
it's the one of the parts that just popped in my head too when you're mentioning that. Like he goes to the gypsy and is like, oh, I want to buy some jewels, because he remembers when he's, you know, a bit of a peeping Tom, but he's also trying to follow his dreams, right? Pursue the woman that he loves.
Yeah.
And yeah, he followed his dream and fulfilled it because he was able to see the you know the jewelry around Eva's neck. He's like, oh, okay, I can do that. Or no, he sees it on another. No, that's right. He sees it on a different woman that's getting married. I believe that's that kiss, and he's like, "Oh, Julia, I'm gonna buy that for Eva." And so he goes. The gypsy buys this, you know, funny looking piece or whatever it is. And it's like, those don't look that expensive, right? And then yes, exactly. He gives the gypsy a bunch of coins, and he's like, "Oh, I only need one. And it was like, you're done. Like, you gave all these coins to me. Like, hey, buddy, like, I'm just, this is fine. That's all I need. And that's it. You can take the rest. And I was like, oh, thank you.
The gypsy had the strongest moral compass aside from Victor.
Dude, right? I'm like, and you never seen that. But I think it's because of how pure Victor was. And that's just like such a very big comparison and contrast between these people who are inherited of this intellect, and it's like you act like you have manners, but you don't have manners, and the common sense and like street smart here. Yeah, I agree, Rick. I was ready to hate that guy, but he turned it all around. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, man actually showed a moral compass, which is ironic for a gypsy, I guess, but. And it is unfortunate, and it kind of made me a bit sad when Victor does see the other necklace, the jewelry getting placed around Eva's neck, and he goes like to the lake and just throws it. He tosses the jewels, and I'm like, buddy, you could still give it to her. Like, she might appreciate it still. It's the thought that counts. It's like she would probably be like, look, it might not be the most fancy thing, but here's the thing too. I'm like, what does she know that is considered fancy and not? If it shines bright like a diamond, then maybe she would still appreciate it. And again, if she's into him and going, oh, well, yeah, I get this fancy jewelry that was given to me. I don't know who gave it to me or what it really means, but Miss Bowman's putting it around my neck. Cool. But Victor, man who rescued me, he gave me this nice looking jewelry, nice necklace, red, white, and blue, if I remember the colors correctly. So
Yeah. Well,
USA.
that's what was the entire like importance of Ronaldo, right? Was because he was teaching him, okay, this is how you could be human. This is how we normally act. And you
Mhm.
should be upset right now. I understand, but that's not your last opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's up, Zebra? How you doing, buddy? Redemption stories are the best. I agree.
Hmm.
But she rejected him once, and he thinks she's scared, repulsed by him. That's true. That's true. That was when she finds him sleeping on the side, like outside, right? And she tries to do something nice, and she goes to get back on the horse, and he like tells her to wait, if I remember correctly, right? Or was it or was there another part? I
No,
think it
she
was
does tell him to wait, and then he says, or she says something to him, but I can't remember
Yes.
verbatim.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Ronaldo tells him he gave too soon. That's yes. Okay. Yep. And so yeah, that's right. That's why he left. Because mine.
Yeah.
And she's like, hell no, I don't know what you are. You oogly. I mean, who wouldn't want to be telling Jennifer Beal mine? So,
Indeed.
Hmm.
but yeah, I do like Victor's arc here, all in all, and it is kind of crazy that for the people that have seen this movie would just give it a bad score overall. I mean, yeah, it's not the best movie, but I think about what this movie does provide us with, like the themes, the meaning, the character. Again, like when you look at these types of comparison and contrasts, even with these character study type, points and really around the creatures, the people that are outcasts or considered sort of like exiled, right? It's their stories that are the best, and that how two unlikely people can be like the best of friends, and that one is heartbroken when the other one dies, or when one of them is lost. But the same thing where like love can be found even after there's a rejection in the beginning. But yeah, it's like when you see a person's true colors and understanding what they're really about, it makes for a good story. So, I haven't read any reviews about why people say it's bad, but I'm not even gonna say, oh well, it's old and it doesn't look good and blah blah blah. Like, I mean, whatever. But listen, there's movies that get made with hundreds of $1 million and are absolute dog water. So, what's your excuse there? You spend $12 million on a movie and it's like mediocre, or you spend $500 million and the movie is absolute trash. So yeah. Anyway, let's talk about our short friend, Short King Ronaldo. That's what I should have put in there. This title is Short King Ronaldo.
Yeah, it's reason he spelled it wrong. It doesn't have OSSIE. It's funny.
Rossinaldo.
I like it.
Who got Frankenstein and Rossinaldo? I should probably do that later. Sting is probably the weakest part of this movie, but the Victor Ronaldo arc more than redeems this. I agree. Like,
yeah, same.
Yeah,
it should have just been a Victor and Ronaldo movie. That's it.
Yeah,
that's why it's such a unique film, because it has like two different tones to it.
It really does, and I feel like, kind of to your point, Cindy, where it's like when you see the Sting parts, you do get a sense of like, all right, getting kind of bored with this, because even then I'm like, this movie is what it's like 2-hour-ish runtime, I want to say, and I was like, man, this movie definitely felt a lot longer than it should be, but it drags during the Sting parts, and the only
I blame the woman.
Now, the parts of the woman were definitely nice to look at, but all in all, it was like,
I mean, definitely think it's 1:58. It's only 3 minutes of credits, so it's an hour and 55. Yeah, like definitely, I could generously probably shave off 15.
Ronaldo definitely sounds like yeah, or it sounds like a Lionel Messi.
Oh goodness.
Sting is in this, or Tom Cruise in Legend. Sting just uses that creepy male feminist vibe, and it's overacting. A good one. So I had an idea, a proposition for Zach, for a possible topic where our musicians that are also actors, or actors that are also musicians, and like you tier list them out, see who's the best one. So like, we had like mentioned Sting, LL Cool J, God, who else did we mention? Like Will Smith, Johnny Depp, yeah, just a bunch of other people, right? You could possibly throw in the mix, but anyway, yeah, Ice Cube we mentioned earlier as well. I don't know how high I can scroll up. Ice-T, yeah. But I don't know, it might be a good idea for Zach's to stream, but yeah. So Ronaldo definitely is J-Lo. I mean,
it's gobble time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The funny thing is admitting to who has listened to her music or could admit to her talents. That's the interesting part. But
I might be the only one. I always thought she was kind of mid. Like, yeah, she could sing, but I don't think I've ever liked any of her music.
Yeah. I can't say I've ever listened to her before. I think it's just been more so people like her curves.
I mean, she's a beautiful lady, so that's understandable, but
no, for sure. Yeah. Yep. I think could be a good topic for yeah, we mentioned Mark Wahlberg and Donnie as well. So I think there would be enough to talk about, enough people to talk about. But ooh, hold on. My cousin is a director and sued JLo back in the day. Oh wow. No, she can't sing. Her body, or sorry, her booty is her biggest asset. Yes, sir.
She's got that bongo booty. Yes.
Yep. Shake it. All right. I gotta just say, Ronaldo definitely gets green all the way down. I think because of where and how he's forced to live and grow. He has a sense of dignity. I think he knows just what to say. I think he has a great way of recognizing people's true intent, or what, more than meets the eye type of perspective, especially when it comes to Victor here. Well, you could say, well, I'm gonna befriend the big guy and as an opportunity, but it's more than that. It's like he just treats Victor like a tool, right? Like the opposite would be how Captain Joseph Schoben is like, well, I just want to try and get in the pants of your ward because I thought it might be a challenge, right? It's like, well, if I befriend Giant, and have him stick up for me, and if I get in trouble, I can get out of it because I befriended a big guy that no one's going to mess with. So, it'd be a challenge to do that, but it would be pretty interesting. All in all, how can you not like Ronaldo unless you're an evil piece of crap?
Well,
yeah, or unless you have something against short kings, which some people do, but no one here does. Ronaldo's a mentor for him because he recognizes Victor's character. Exactly.
yeah, he's way better than me because I made friends with big guys in prison because they protect me. I give a shit about their character.
Yeah, you're all murderers, right? I don't know much about it.
You just become friends. You just become friends with the biggest murderer.
Yeah, exactly. Who's the biggest murderer? I don't know much about it, as we've never met or talked, but I don't know how it happened and had something to do with her being a huge POS person. Oh,
It made me start coughing. Damn it!
It's like, if I'm in prison, you think I'm signing up with Nick or Rossi? I'm taking Rossi. It's like, I'm sorry, buddy.
Sorry, Cindy, for making you cough like that.
Oh my goodness!
It's gonna get creepier. It's gonna get creepier as I drink more.
What's going on, dude? Wash day. Where's the tank top? Yeah, I wanted to wear white for the bride. Thought it was a nice touch. Also, I do wash the shirt because I don't have pit stains though. So, but how was the stream earlier? I saw you guys were talking about Scary Movie on Jay's stream, which I've not seen yet.
The first two,
the trailer was it? I think it was, right. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many musicians that could be put on the list. I don't know what's going on. I'm just naming country singers. Oh, I don't listen to a lot of country music, so I couldn't tell you about it. But see, Mama didn't raise no fool, Blue.
Yep.
Blue immediately asked, who has the highest body count? Unfortunately, he didn't realize body count can have multiple meanings.
Yeah. So many life lessons.
Oh my goodness.
Blue's Indian feather not dot naming because it was Little Heiny.
That's my sister got mad. She's like, "Yeah, be careful with your alcohol intake." I'm like, "Alcohol? Like, why? We're Mohawks. Just take pride in what we do." Like,
Chris Isaac. I don't know who that is. but those are two people that are on Masculine Mondays from time to
Oh.
time. Yeah, I do think for Ronaldo here again, like just the his ability to find value in people and the value in his camaraderie with Victor is definitely one of the best parts of this movie. You know, the way that they're able to have this mutual respect, the way like he's able to you know, like Victor gets made fun of and he gets sort of taken advantage of by Bella, right? Because he's like, "Oh, look, a horse." He's like, "You want to ride a horse?" And he puts him on a horse, and horse starts freaking out, falls off. They're all making fun of them. They all start, picking on him. And then who's the one that comes and essentially rescues Victor? It's Ronaldo. Come pushes him out of the way, right? Like, and you obviously see like what type of character Bella is, which would he definitely get, read all the way down on the rating here for masculinity, because he's zero masculine qualities for Bella. But like, yeah, I was to say, Goodwin messaged me and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Ronaldo is the absolute Chad in this movie." And I was like, yes, short Chad, but a Chad nonetheless. Like, definitely one of the best parts of this movie. He's just again, he had some of the best acting in this movie too, and I agree. Well, if he's like, which I don't, I thought about after the fact. I'm like, I don't know how many movies I've seen from him, which is unfortunate. But I was trying to go through like his movie list this past weekend. I was like, man, I really haven't seen a lot of his movies. Seen some of them, but yeah, I know he had a lot of TV involvement, which I'm sure a lot of people probably saw him in. Trace Adkins was in Lincoln Lawyer. Great movie for anyone who hasn't seen it. Yeah, Lincoln Lawyer is good. I know you've recommended suggested Lincoln Lawyer for us to cover on this, and
So McConaughey.
I might have got it on a list. Yeah.
I watched the first season on Netflix. The show wasn't too bad. I mean, he's not McConaughey, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I've heard the show's pretty decent. I've not seen it myself, but it's definitely something I've wanted to watch. It's just like trying to find bloody time.
Yeah.
Sturgill Simpson did play the cop in that movie, Queen and Slim. Okay. Ronaldo flying in to fight when they get Victor on the horse. Yeah. Like when you got the tallest guy that's getting beat up and ganged up on, and then the shortest person there comes and breaks up the fight and comes to his rescue. Like, talk about just the survival instinct and being showing that true loyalty and companionship and friendship. Like, I got your back no matter what. I don't care if I'm getting looked down upon. But yes, I have seen Time Bandits, which came up for this movie, if I remember correctly. He was going to be in TNG The Most Toys. Really? All right. They keep getting me the same cases. I still get the same verdicts. Something like that. I don't know. I love that Ronaldo gave Victor his name with a great meaning. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think Ronaldo, I know it's just written that way intentionally, but I feel like when you have someone like Ronaldo that has a sense of idea and understands the beauty in places and is on an adventure, right? And wants to go to Venice because of the beauty and the dream that he has behind it. Like, he understands the value of life, and what you get, which even at that time for him probably wasn't a lot. But when you're able to see a person's character like Victor and find good literal definition behind it, you definitely see something that is about Ronaldo's character. That he understands. It's like, well, okay, he actually might, know some Latin or some Greek, naming name meanings, but Lincoln Lawyer should have been a hit. And just saying, what was it not?
I think it did like might have, I'll look it
I
up.
don't remember the box office, but
Look for
Ronaldo clearly got the hub talk since he believes it's necessary to follow your dreams. That's true.
I mean, budget was 40. It did 86. So like, average.
Okay, I mean, it's not terrible.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like, yeah, it only did 86, but only cost 40. So to mean double its budget. We can market this and that, but it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bomb. It's I guess by Lionsgate they considered it to still be a success.
I was gonna say, if Variety were writing an article about it, they would definitely say like it's a highly profitable movie and did well. Yeah. So it lost money. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, who knows how much marketing was done for it back then? I mean, it couldn't be a lot if no one freaking saw the thing even back in the 80s.
So it was 2011, but that's like, the thing is also.
That's what we're talking about. Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh, sorry. I mean, with 2011, they weren't blowing like 200 million on fucking marketing either for films, neither. I mean, they did.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember seeing it advertised, but I don't think it was a lot, but it was marketed pretty heavily, and they had to pay licensing rights for the book. Well, yeah, that'll probably cost a thing or two. Might cost a pretty penny. We're gonna give our boy greens down the line here because he just deserves it, man.
Plus, for his size, he can hold his liquor for his size. I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, he'll drink a pint. I mean, like, and this isn't a short joke. Anyone watching don't come at me with all this, bro. You're a short person. You don't like short people.
We love
short people here on the show.
There's a pint joke.
It's a pint joke, yeah. It reminded me of the hobbits drinking ale in Lord of the Rings. This, my friend, is a pint. They come in pints. I'm getting one. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he didn't pass out.
That word head. Don't say that word. Huh?
Yeah. Variety, who knows what's going on in their brains over there. Yeah. I definitely called them out once or twice last year for a couple of different L takes. He was going to play the Ellen Kivas Faggio, and he was replaced by Saul Rubinek. Oh, interesting. Villain. Oh, okay, there we go. Kivas Fojo. I think I saw Variety's brands on a milk carton. Oh, so David Rappaport already had scenes already recorded for it? Oh, that's too bad. Pint of ale. See, that's what I should have had on the stream tonight, but next time. Let us talk about our bride, Miss Jennifer Beals, Eva, the feminine part of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Which, listen, I love the fact that she can quote some John Keats, and that she basically threw a book at Frankenstein, was like, "Bitch, do you even read? Because I do. You're the one who taught me to read, and I know more about it than you do. Take that, foul beast."
Yeah. After Cindy said, looked up her current pictures, I'm like, my God, is she drinking baby's blood or something? Because she's like 62 and looks younger than me. Like,
did I say Jessica? Oh, are you just saying? I thought I said Jennifer Beals. Are they related? I don't.
Well, different names because this is B-E-A-L.
Beals. Yeah, not
Yeah.
not Beal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beals. Yeah, Jessica Beals. Sorry. Wow, now I'm gonna. Damn it, Waylon. Jennifer Beals. Eva here. Has an S and Beal. No. So Jennifer Beal is she's how old? 62
62.
right now.
Yeah. Beautiful. Man.
Yeah. Obviously we can see how she looks right here, but if we I mean, I don't know what let's see, what was this from 2020? She probably doesn't have a new picture from 2024, but let's see here. I'm trying to think see if there's a good.
Oh, she has Instagram.
Yeah, as I was going to say, I think I just saw a picture of her on Instagram.
Yeah.
Why is this photo so damn blurry? Hold on.
Yeah, see it.
This was actually a nice comparison, but I don't know why the I'm going to pull up here in just a second, but this image, I don't know why it has a good resolution, but yet it looks so bloody blurry. Yeah, I mean she still looks very good. Honestly, so I don't know what she's doing, but she still looks good for 62. So
oh yeah.
What is this?
It's not taking Ozempic.
Not taking Ozempic. No, hold on a second. So this article, let's see here. Pause and say, damn ad blocker. No, I don't like that one. Yeah, we're going on a slight Jennifer Beals pursuit here.
Yeah.
Let's see. When was this? Oh, this was from 2018. Damn it.
She has breast, Jay. I'm looking at her now. This picture.
What'd you say?
No, because Jay was saying she doesn't have anything to sag. Like I've seen one here from some Google Images.
She doesn't have anything to sag.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like even her face though, her face still looks very pretty. I mean, I don't know. This one shows she's got something.
I'm looking up her bra size for research purposes.
We'll let Cindy be the judge.
I mean, it says she's 5'8" and 34 C cup.
Okay. Women, what do you think? Hold on, how can you open the image by itself? Hold on, open image in new tab.
I don't make the rules, Jay. I just read.
If she's a C, either had implants or a kid. I don't know if she had a kid.
Probably. See, Jennifer Beal.
Yeah, while Chris is looking that up, I will. Let's bring up.
Yeah, she has one daughter.
Oh, okay. Our resident woman has muted herself. Okay. You have bigger breasts than her blue.
I mean, I take pride in mine, but
is she still a maniac?
It's a hell of a thing to come back to.
Probably. They're all maniacs. Come on. What?
We were talking about
Blue having man cheese.
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about Jennifer Beals, because like she's 62, right? And from what I can tell, this was a recent picture of her. I'm about to pull up here. So, and Goodwin was saying it's because she doesn't have anything to sag. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like she kind of does. Sorry that it's
Google.
blurry, but
That's fine for me.
I mean,
I can squint.
that'll do. That'll do.
I mean,
But even then, like, I mean, she might have the biggest, but like, she's
Nah.
still very, very beautiful though.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get makeup, blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah, right? I'm saying.
That's hag maxing the right way.
Wait, what's up? Someone say breasts? Yes.
Boobs.
Now go look at the nude scene in the movie.
Wow. That was a long time ago. Yes.
Yeah. And it was a long time ago.
Age kids and stuff. Yeah.
I get what I was saying. That particular scene in the movie does have music playing in the
Sorry.
background.
Uh-huh.
So it is hard to record, no pun intended. But I did take screenshots of it all. So in the event that
Of course you
we
did.
needed to show a particular scene, definitely could. Hairdressers are earning their worth these days. Oh, dude, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Raw, next question.
Goodness,
yeah.
Jack.
I was laughing at that and then just like saying like would, but do it raw. Next question.
Give it to me raw.
I was going to quote the Gollum part, but I don't know if the whole sentence makes sense.
Raw and wriggling.
Oh
We can't. I can't say it.
We can't eat Harvard food.
Oh my goodness.
You couldn't say no today. Oh yes, we could.
Oh yes, we could. You could say no to Jennifer Beals. Yeah, you're right. I can't. Sorry. I usually see the hair anyway at my angle. You don't need to record it. Just look at the lack of breasts.
Like the one I got here, and she's in this golden, this yellow shirt looks nice.
Well, it wasn't the part of the shadow concealing it. Old of the berry sweet of the juice, according to the smoking from Friday. True. True.
Wait, that's wrong. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to bring up those scenes here. I hear Jennifer is selling sliced roast beef.
I mean, I'll buy some.
What? Jennifer Beals has an OnlyFans? What?
I guess Hawk 2 is about to launch OnlyFans too. Shocker there.
Oh,
Wait, she's gonna. Oh, you know what? That doesn't shock me. You're right.
Exactly.
yeah.
like Cindy said mid sentence. Wait, you know what?
All of her videos are just going to show it like her spinning on
Oh,
things.
Oh,
Yeah. After scamming people by millions of dollars in crypto. Hey, I should launch OnlyFans. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all shocked.
can you spit on cucumber and a banana and what? Everyone just told me to spit on fruit. I don't get it.
You see what Jay said?
Yeah, right until that whole berry ferment.
Good old wine.
I'll buy some. I said it with zero pride. I'm more shocked Talk to It didn't have an OnlyFans
Oh,
already.
Waylon, she's got
that's
class.
honestly true.
She's got class and taste. Come on, she's only 22.
Well, I mean, she didn't need, no one told her to invest in OnlyFans when she realized that she can get rich by having her own crypto. So
Yeah.
yeah, whoops.
Yeah. So we
Whoopsie-daisy.
know for saying Hawk 2 is not the most intelligent person on earth. Shocker.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know what
Finally,
OnlyFans is
somebody
doing.
I look smarter than.
Don't do that to yourself. It's
I'm saying,
such a low bar.
I know. So that's not that's putting her bar your bar way down there to close.
Yeah.
doors.
Oh my goodness.
It's like saying like I'm gayer than Leon. I mean, come on, that's a standard. Like, Christ, man.
No, somebody, gayer than Leon.
All right, let's get on.
Let's see here. Yeah, okay, let me bring it up here. Well, she did have the intelligence to realize the importance of lubricants. Self-made lubricant.
Mm-hmm.
Spit on that thing, yeah.
Spit on that thing.
So, her Always Sunny with Frank. Did chew on that thing?
Chew on that thing. I'm glad she just never got to the point of like she's like hosting like Saturday Night Live or something like that.
Oh,
you know,
just give it time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised when they're running out of people to find. But now we play the waiting game for when Cindy says something amazing and then the Cindy coin scam.
No, I'm gonna have the bongo booty coin.
How do we measure gayer than Leon?
Well,
Then we start going into the trans territory.
Right.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms there, huh?
I like the film. My dad laughed his ass on Cuba Gooding boat trip. They go they're on the boat, the gay cruise, and like how gay could a gay breakfast be? It's a great scene in that movie.
Yeah, I have a clip of Miss Bowman who's rescuing Eva right as the nude scene sort of ends, but it is kind of funny in an interesting way.
You must teach her the ways of polite society. Bring her my robes from the university. They should do until she's ready for fashion.
Jackass.
He really is.
Yeah, the scene right before that, I had to cut it into two scenes here, but yeah, I'll bring up the slides in case anyone doesn't know what we're talking about. Relax, and I'm gonna make sure that we give everyone a fair sense of Bush. I created a crypto coin for my fans and ended up rug pulling myself. I remember that Kim K had that video on the internet. Listen,
Yeah, it's still out there.
Kim K has a great comeback story, as we all know.
All over her back.
Yep. One of the best jokes ever told by Chris Pratt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Birdcage starring Leon.
He'd be Nathan Lane.
Yeah. She understood the laws of thermodynamics and the need to lessen friction between two surfaces. She was caught of our times.
Yeah. Some people actually believe that too.
The friction of skin. He is clearly a man of taste and elegance, obviously. Yes. Was this? I think this is the first part of the clip.
Get up and cover yourself.
Mrs. Bowman! Mrs. Bowman.
James, I just want to fetch her the cloak.
She doesn't understand, Mrs. Bowman.
I think she might like her hair being pulled a bit. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are.
I mean, I'm drunk enough that scene's hit me differently now. Boy,
she's trying to back to the neck. That might be
watching a wrong movie here.
Enticing.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I'm talking more about Eva here. Dude, that's what I'm saying, man.
I hate Jake sometimes in chats.
I was like, listen, she gets all hissy, and she definitely hisses at another pussy that tries to enter the scene. So
poor cat.
Girls from New York always like their hair pulled, except she's from Chicago. Jennifer Beals, that is, not.
Yes, Eva's not
Eva. She's from the woods, as Frankenstein says. Found you in the woods. We don't know who your father is. We don't know anything about you because you was being created by me. Your hands were sewn together. Nasty freak. Chicago's even worse. Yeah. I mean, look, we know that she can ride a horse, so she does have some skill in the riding sense. So I get why Shobin was just like, well, for science and challenge, but yeah, the whole you didn't create me, in fact, I did moment.
It's like well, yeah, touche.
Well, actually,
I did create you in the upstairs laboratory that got blown to smithereens, and that's why I built a wall there that you can't go through. So
Best line too is, I did create you. I can also uncreate you. Damn.
Yeah. Whoa, Frankenstein, you got real dark there, my guy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. You're gonna kill a woman? Jeez. She might have been. Who knows what she might have been in her previous life? Right. That is a valid question and a valid point. A bit of a whore. Who knows? I mean,
so then she would be sticking close to her nature by going after that one dude.
right when she was like getting all into it, she's like, "Oh yeah, go
Pull
down
my
there.
hair."
Yeah, pull my hair, bite my neck, like."
Just give more slap her.
You know what it reminded me of a little bit? It reminded me of Dana when she gets possessed by Zool in Ghostbusters.
Oh, God.
There's only Zool. No,
Wait, no.
there is no Dana. There's only Zool.
Yeah, it was like that whole part.
My girlfriend's turned into a dog.
Yeah. That is probably one too many people inside you right now. That is one of the best lines in that movie. Oh, God. Yeah, she could have been a lot lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, she doesn't even know where her hands have been. I know, right?
Yeah, really.
Stitched together. Technically correct is the best kind of correct. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, her character was a bit interesting to kind of gauge. I think because she definitely is able to learn and grow quite a bit. I mean, to the part of her being, brought to life. She doesn't know how to stand, how to walk, and then from the part of again, when she's walking nude, she doesn't know why she has clothes on. And she's like, I don't need these clothes. I'm like, which technically I'd be like, yes, that's exactly true. You do not need those clothes. But then she's like trying to learn how to speak English and who are you? Like just simple sentences that, a child, that's like her knowledge is that of a child. So she has to learn similar things. And obviously it's at a very expeditious manner, but to the point where she's able to have very intellectual conversations with people that look down upon others and think they're the shit. And then she's got to go hiss at a cat and freak out and start yelling at it because she thought it was a small lion.
It was a tiger.
Yeah, a little. Was it a tiger or a lion?
Probably a lion.
Yeah,
Lion.
was it a lion? Right?
She
Yeah.
thought it was a small lion.
Yeah, and I mean, I was like, she's not technically wrong. I mean, is she reading books about house cats? Absolutely not. Has she seen it?
Yeah, but you don't know how many and what kind of books she was reading. So wouldn't one of them somewhere have mentioned a baby cat?
Maybe, but perhaps again, that falls back on. I was like, I think that blame could be attributed to Frankenstein and not her.
Right.
Like that's something that his oversight. Like, okay, well, maybe again, I can't think of a book off the top of my head that has cats in it that was written in that time period. Yeah, now, yeah, but back then, I don't know. I don't think Keats wrote anything about house cats in his poetry from my recollection, but just my case in point is just like where he kind of doesn't really scold her, but it's like You had to go and scream at a damn cat. Like, why are you afraid of a cat? I thought it was a small lion. Like I had read about lions. I know what lions are. They're, an apex predator, an alpha predator, right? They will tear you up. They're people hunt them, and haven't you ever seen the damn movie? Oh, that's right. It didn't come out at the time. But exactly. You never told me about cats. That was a small lion. It's like, yeah, I forgot the name of the movie there, but it's like, yeah, haven't you ever seen The Ghost in the Darkness? Come on now. Those lions are terrifying. Killed the whole freaking village. Stupid Frankenstein. God, what an idiot. But again, just knowing, what lions are capable of, what type of creatures they are. I mean, when you look at something that small, I don't think it's gonna shred me to pieces and rip my arm off like an actual lion would do. But to get defensive, I guess, like, is it going to attack me? Is it going to scratch me? If she reads that lions will scratch you, and I'll bleed you real good. And maybe that she just get a little frightened about it, and it was hilarious, I thought, to me. But I also thought at the same time, well, it's going to screw things up quite a bit here for his little social experiment. Yeah, The Ghost in the Darkness, inspired by true events of Frankenstein and Eva. That's true. To Ronaldo, it would have been a lion. Yeah. It's like, he's more close to the ground. Like, oh, damn, I had to wrestle this thing now. Even though the lion he does see at the circus, or saw at the circus, is like a oversized lion. But it always gets interesting when she tells you to shut. I think that's what Clerval was so intrigued about Frankenstein's sexual life with Eva. Like, hey man, what about those thumbs of hers? You ever ask her to do something with them that, science? It demonstrates that Frankenstein, has an inflated opinion of his own capabilities regarding teaching her. Exactly. Later, he runs into the reality that she knows poetry better than him. Yeah, she like tosses the book, and then he has to burn that book because he doesn't know Keats as well as she does. So it's like, which that's definitely one of my favorite parts, as we've mentioned once already. The fact that he's taught her to not only just read but comprehend the reading, and a brilliant poet of Keats is, and the fact that he's like, guess what? She ain't reading this book ever again because I'm gonna burn it. What a weak individual.
Yes, because that'll make her wrong.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so you had to burn the only proof that we had, and then she could probably even go, "Hey, Clerval, do you have a copy of this book?" Oh, as a matter, that would be something that Clerval would do just to piss off Frankenstein. Like, oh yeah, I actually have that book at home. Let me go bring it to you. In fact, let's go over to my place so you can't burn my own book in my own abode. But of course, I feel like Frankenstein was like, no, I'm not going to your place. Why would I go to your place when I can stay at my place? Sort of, male feminist energy. Exactly. I'll bleep you real good, Frankenstein's monster. Yeah. So for Eva's rating here again, I would say that she does affirm the autonomy that is given to her. It's offered to her. She's able to obtain it, which is something that even Frankenstein wasn't able to really do. So it's funny how the creations of Frankenstein end up being the better characters, even in a feminine way as well. I'd say in terms of her inspiration, I definitely would say green here too, just because I think through all of her growth, despite, again, just seeing how her learning curve was, her inspiration stems from her choice rather than its ownership. I mean, she recognizes it like, bitch, you don't own me. What are you talking about? Now, guess she was created by him, but doesn't mean that she's owned by him. So I would also say for inspiration, she deserves a green. And yet he said he would possibly make her an equal to a man. Well, you got what you wished for. Exactly, dude. Exactly. And then I enjoy when people dislike it exactly ask for. Not sure about small lion, but according to an old adage, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Okay, so I don't know if I don't know if y'all have seen this clip going around on the internet.
Is it about the song?
Yes.
Yes. I sent the clip to Daxie and I was like, you need to send this to AJ and ruin his entire
I already
day.
I the moment I saw it, I sent it to AJ. He has not gotten back to me. AJ, what's up, bro? You gonna do me like that? I just thought you should know something about it. You know, some backstory. So it's like, I can't remember the comedian, his name, but he's got someone that translates the song. A wee moet is like na savenya da 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 da, right? And he's like, what it means, it's look, it's a lion. Oh my god, it's a lion. And I legit busted out laughing because I'm like, oh my god, that is hilarious. That's what they went with in the translation, and I gotta send it to AJ ASAP.
Yeah.
Now, whatever the next time I watch that movie, I'm gonna make fun of it so bad. It's like, it's not that the opening is ruined by any means, but it's just the fact that, like, I don't
You
know,
sure can't take it serious now.
yeah, now I'm like, it's just humorous. Ever seen the documentary on that song? No, I've not. At least I don't think so.
Oh, damn.
I'm
I
wondering
didn't
if
even
it's
know there was one.
good or bad. Yeah, I didn't know there was one either.
Word.
Yeah, I'm slightly worried about it, but yeah, last but not least for her aspiration here. So I do think that she represents this developing agency about her character. Slight pause. It's about how the rights were stolen. Oh. Well, that's too bad. And like I said, it was something bad, but unfortunate. So I do think, again, like her representation of her aspiration is about the developing agency that she has. Because it's not like she has this sort of like perfected wisdom, right? Because she's ever learning. But I think because of what she's able to recognize through the end, not only in Captain Chauvin and just being disgusted by him, but also from Frankenstein as well. And on a brighter side, from Victor, the creature, and how she's able to recognize not just the right and wrong, because she's obviously more intelligent than that, but she's able to and has been independent for the most part. I mean, obviously she is cared for, but if she's able to go to Venice with Victor and they're able to essentially take care of each other and have, again, like this self-determination here to improve upon and to grow individually and together, then I don't know, man. Like that's not, I wouldn't say it's quite perfect, but it's almost like it's perfect for to be aspirational. Like she's able to be with the person that she was intended to be with. It's like it is interesting, again, like, to to Rick's comment, where it's like, she was able to be an equal because she got to make the choices that you didn't think were possible for her, and here she is making these choices, and being with Victor especially, right? Like that, to your point too, Cindy, she's able to find the guy that women often try to pursue. So, and yeah, she's excited to share the knowledge she's learned, and I feel like that's something that she has such a better way of approaching things. That doesn't come from a condescending or arrogant manner, that where Victor is going to love learning everything that Eva can share with him, because he already loves her, and the fact that he's getting to have all this time spent with her, the conversations as well that will take place, the moments, like there's just endless possibilities of being and sharing that excitement for both their sake. So in the end, like that is a very aspirational thing to have, and I do believe that she achieves it. So, and again, again, that because this movie is so underseen, and then people talk about, oh well, we make fun of the girl bosses and stuff like that. She's not a girl boss by any means. If she was, she would have killed Frankenstein herself, and she didn't. A man had to come in and beat another man, even though it was a beta male man. Whereas as Goodwin is referring to Frankenstein as a male feminist. But but Eva has some good femininity in this movie here.
I'll give you
from
that.
the crappy romantic stuff, but
No, I'll give you that. She does bring the femininity that I think very masculine movies need. Like she's that small touch. Um but yeah, I really hate the romance portion. So I don't start appreciating her until that's
Yeah.
pretty taken away.
done.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, oh, okay, now she's not a bad character. I just really hated the portions with her in it, though.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, like if we would have had more of Victor and Eva together, I'm sure it would have been a lot better. But yeah, Victor and Eva are they're free of the desire for social status. It doesn't mean anything to them anymore, and no one's there to force that upon them and tell them like that's what they need to do, that's where they need to be. This is what life's all about. They're like, I don't think so, as we're finding out. So, go pound sand, Mr. Frankenstein. I know we usually ask if there's like a particular scene that's the most masculine, which again, it's kind of little different for this type of movie, but I mean, if I had to pick one for on a masculinity sense, I would definitely say it's more along the lines of definitely between either Victor saving Eva at the end, or between Victor and Ronaldo, and when either Ronaldo saves and comes to the rescue of Victor, or when Victor is holding Ronaldo in Ronaldo's final breaths. Okay, or that one too. Yeah, most masculinos are not all naming Victor.
Oh man, that's also a good one.
That's
yeah.
also good. Yeah, that's true. Which, yeah. What's the Shakespeare line? what is in the name but that of a rose, right? I forget my Shakespeare now. Oh, well.
Wasn't my strong suit. Sorry.
Well, I took a whole course on it in college, but that was a lifetime ago. And listen, when you have Shakespeare 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. to 9:15 p.m. 8 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. Then you kind of just get sick of Shakespeare. I appreciate Ronaldo's tenacity at making sure they got paid.
Mhm.
100% is like, yeah, give us what we're worth. Oh, he goes, I go. Friend. Yeah. They're bros, man. A rose by another name would smell as sweet. Yes. What's in a name that which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Thank you. Legit just watch Romeo and Juliet. Which version?
Oh, Lord.
Don't tell me it was the Leonardo version. Don't tell me. Bigger question, though, is what is your masculine rating for this movie, y'all? How'd I know it? How did I know it? How did I know it? I've been blinded by Jennifer Beals' dimples.
Ah!
Well,
there's something else that blinded me in a better way, but no, yeah, she does have great dimples. Yeah. I don't know, Chris. What do you think? What do you think about the masculine rating in this movie?
boy. Yeah, it's the problem. It's like, as we mentioned, this film has got 2 different plots going on. The main thread is what's called The Bride. It's supposed to be about, for a film called The Bride, and it's making Frankenstein's monster's bride. It seems like the heart and soul of the film is when it's not about the bride. It's
Mhm.
like it's Ronaldo and Victor the monster. So yeah, Ronaldo and Victor, those to me are like 10 out of 10 in terms of masculinity. But then we have a whole another subplot with Sting and Jennifer Beals. So it's a complicated, it's a unique film. I have not seen a film like this because most films don't have 2 different tones. Like this is like it's like 2 different movies we're watching mixed into one. That's why this is a very unique film for me. So I'd probably say because it's like half film, I'd probably go like a 6, only because again, like I just don't see much masculinity with Eva and Frankenstein, the doctor, but there's so much masculinity with Ronaldo and Victor the monster that's one like I say it's so far, Nick, honestly, while I was watching this, I'm like, out of all the films so far you've discussed, this is the most interesting for me. Because I've never seen a film that we discussed that has it's tonally 2 different films. That's why it's so hard for me to rate this. So I mean, I'm going with 6 for now just because of that, because I just don't see much masculinity inside the Sting and the Eva's character.
Yeah, it is definitely a very unique film for us to have covered thus far. And I mean, for anyone that's new here and watching, and you're like wondering what the hell we've covered thus far, even in 2026, we've covered First Blood, Secondhand Lines, Gran Torino, A Bronx Tale, The Replacements, As Good as It Gets, Miracle, and Man on Fire last week. That's been 2026 so far. And then even for the rest of this month, we've got Watchmen next week. We've got Sisu the week after that. The following week will be a sort of like special topic. And then the last week of March, we're talking about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So, and I know I haven't filled out the next 3 months completely yet, but I know some other films that are on the list. But yeah, none of them are really as unique as they are to this film. Like this film is definitely very different in our approach to it. And I'd say even going back to last year when this show started, right? Like there's, I would say like the only interesting films that came up that are still completely different were, was maybe Dead Poet Society, which again is not a very heavy masculinity rating, but also we kind of adjusted and sort of started to perfect more of how we approach things in this show here on Mondays now. So things have definitely changed even to that extent, but like even when we covered As Good as It Gets, last month, it was really interesting to cover a rom-com, but this is completely different from a rom-com even at that point.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and for watching this for the first time, and Gilbert even confirming this is a very underseen movie, and I'm like, I understand why people wouldn't give it a high rating in general. And I'll give my masculinity rating after Cindy does, but just because I'm a gentleman. But no, it's like there was just a interesting way to kind of look at this one, and because there's problems with the movie, not that it affects it, but because the majority of the masculinity comes from two characters, and then you kind of have to apply this femininity to Eva based on her parts, and even then, like, some things change over time. So that being said, Cindy, what would you rate this for masculinity?
Honestly, I really have to agree with Chris on the rating because yeah, I would definitely give it a higher masculinity rating if you cut out like all the parts that had the bride in it,
Yeah.
except towards the end. I mean, like, I don't
Which is
know.
like, that's like 5 minutes of airtime too.
Yeah,
So,
and I don't know. I felt like it was such a weak part of the story, just by itself, right? It was just so weak. It's a boring section, but everything with Victor and with Ronaldo, it had my attention. It was fascinating watching the dynamic between the two, and then just seeing Victor grow from being a monster to just being human. It's really fascinating, but oh man, I could not stand the women's parts.
Yeah,
I,
understandable,
I wonder
understandable.
too, like Cindy, do you think it's like, is it if it wasn't Sting and a different actor, is that maybe the problem too? Because like Sting seems like I don't know, it's like it's just like something about Sting, the chemistry between him and Jennifer Beals, I don't know. I don't hate Sting, but like there's something missing for me on
I
watching that.
To me, I think Sting actually does a pretty good job of portraying what an aristocrat would be like. They have lofty ideals, lofty goals, and then
Okay.
they usually don't work out for them. Just because it gets to be too grandiose or too ambitious. And this is just one of those tales where, his desire for something did not match up with what he originally expected, yet he put none of the work in towards it for that particular outcome, right? He didn't start wooing her because his pride got in the way. And he was like, no, she is going to be her own person. But he wasn't acknowledging that masculine part of him that was like, but I like her. I should probably do something for that. And instead was just like, no, I'm just gonna bully her into submission and make it work. And I don't know
Yeah.
that he ends up being his own downfall. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I felt like the scenes between Frankenstein and Eva, they weren't like necessarily bad, but just like you probably agree with that. I think there's just too much of it. Like they should have been shaved down.
Yeah, I that's why I think it's part of like the weakness, right? Because
Yeah.
it lacked I feel like it lacked a lot of ambition. Whereas the story with Victor and Ronaldo, it's nothing but ambition. How do we survive? This is how.
Yeah.
So how do we make it work? And then you just see them, growing as a pair of friends trying to just navigate the system that clearly hates them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That's good. It's good stuff. And yeah, I was torn between giving like a 6 and a 6.5. And even trying to just not apply any sort of point system to it. It's just because of while there is good parts of masculine content in there, but I think the entirety of it doesn't make it overly masculine. It's again, it's a different type of movie, which I think makes it unique. But I have to say, that's why I do enjoy doing and looking at movies of this sense, because how often do you look at a movie that you've seen a dozen times or never once in your life, and then we look at it at the way we do here on Mondays, and you're like, God, yeah, like this is really interesting to see the ideas of masculinity or femininity as well, and like the themes that are represented, if anything, the characters, their traits, their arcs in general, but also applying the things that we do here. So it does make things fresh to an extent, even if I guess it's the one underlying a part about a movie that might be boring or have boring parts to it. I definitely would say, yeah, it's still like a 6.5 at the highest for me. Which not every movie we cover here is going to be all 8s, 9s, and I don't even know if we've ever really given out one that's a 10, maybe. But if we're getting super granular, then we've had some like high like 9 point somethings. But yeah, like there's just, I don't remember if I gave Jaws a 10 or not. I don't think I did, but I'll have to go back. But I digress. It's
That's cool. Well, even Jay agrees, and this was Jay's recommendation. Jay said he gives it a 6, so I don't feel like me and Cindy. I always feel bad then.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, it's okay if we discuss a movie of this stature, where, but that's sort of the point. That's why we have these conversations, which I definitely enjoy doing. I was reading some other comments as well. Yeah, it's definitely be fun to talk about. And I agree. Good one about the relationship comparison for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, it will be Watchmen 2009, because it is the 25th anniversary next Monday.
Yeah, no, Koji. He wants a wonderful HBO show.
Yeah, we're gonna discuss the entirety of season 1 of the canceled HBO show. Oh, Molly's talking about the sets and whatnot from what's it called, Romeo and Juliet. John Leguizamo. Yeah, he's on a wonderful escapade right now.
Oh yeah,
online. So I own 5 copies of the graphic novel. Dude, that's awesome.
Nice.
Fun fact. One of the courses I took in college was called American Comic Book and Graphic Novel Literature. So we discussed a few various comics and graphic novels over the semester. And we even started basic too. Like we discussed like Peanuts, in the importance of between the comic panes and what gets said. We discussed, I think it was the very first issue of Superman from 1938. We also discussed the graphic novels Mouse 1 and 2. I'm trying to think what else we did. Oh God, there's this one. I can't remember his name, but there's this one novelist out there who would write provocative comics. God, I'd have to go back and check, but it was definitely about like polygamy as well, which was very interesting. But the highlight of that semester, and thing we probably spent most of the time discussing was Watchmen. And that was the thing, like, because that was one of the last semesters I took before graduating. My English class, our little clique, we went and saw the movie together. And, this goes back to, there was no internet to jump online and stream and let's talk about it together. And we'll do a live stream about a reaction. Like, there was none of that. We go to a movie, we watch the movie, and then we spend 4 hours in the parking lot talking about it. And then making all these comparisons and contrasts from the graphic novel to what we saw in Zack Snyder's movie. And I tell you what, one of the biggest conversation points was the ending. And changing it to Dr. Manhattan and not the aliens. That was a big talking point. And I'm sure it still is to this day with certain people. So that might come up next week. So I'll be curious what people have to say. But a couple other things I wanted to highlight here. Victor goes on the hero's journey and the experiences Eva has demonstrates the evil of the world, thus elevating Ronaldo. Yeah. We elevated the little guy. Look at that. Look at that. I think like John Leguizamo in anything is a choice. It's like it was a choice to have him in John Wick, which he wasn't bad in, but
well, it's just, he only has 5 minutes airtime anyway.
Right. Yeah.
He's only like 2 scenes the entire film.
So he's
I certainly didn't watch it for John Leguizamo.
She's right.
I know, right? I'll be generous to give it a 7. Okay, that's not bad.
And Nick, in this, we said so many times.
The women's parts.
Sorry, we said so many times during these streams, like just because like a film make 6, 7, whatever, it doesn't mean it doesn't change the quality of the film. I still had a good time watching this, and I still said Clancy Brown, just as I told you in Sydney earlier, just reminded me of like Clancy Brown, how good of a fucking actor he is, and the actor playing Ronaldo. Just their scenes were fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I predicted it would be far more masculine than Gyllenhaal's The Bride. That's what we were saying in the beginning, of course, because like, why are we covering this movie? Well, there's a remake that's happening or coming out in like 4 days. So I do not have any good expectations. Not that I'm going to go see it in the theater. Other methodology, perhaps, but exactly. Unique approach to storytelling. 78 more subscribers to 1,000. Hell yeah, that's very true. I thought about doing like a little side stream for hitting 900 or passing 900, I should say. I don't know, like just something like one-off, like maybe like for an hour or something like that. Like, I don't know, like a Q&A or something like that. Just kind of open just to chill out and do something fun. I don't know, watch something together. Who knows? But whenever I do hit 1,000, I'll definitely plan for some stuff. Who knows? I might take my shirt off on stream just for the celebrational purposes. And might get just like blackout drunk on. I won't do that.
I'm gonna go bottle of Jack.
I might get drunk and take my shirt off. That's There's a belligerent side of me that I haven't seen in a long time.
There's a tempest deep inside of him.
Listen, drummer Rockstar Nick, it's an age of the past, where I would always take my shirt off.
I'm convinced, guys, Nick is Gray from Fairy Tale. He's constantly losing clothes.
There have been shows where I've lost my shirt, and I'm like, I guess I'm wearing one of our own merch at that point because I lost my shirt. So. 27th anniversary of Watchmen. What did I say? Did I say 25th?
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah, 27th.
Who cares about math? Come on, Ray.
Yeah, I'm not Asian. Just kidding. Listen, I have a
Jesus
degree in
Christ.
English. I have a degree in English, not math, for a fucking reason.
English.
English. But Alan Moore is English. Yeah. Alan Moore is British.
Every time I see an interview Alan Moore, I'm like, what God, why do you hate life so much?
But is he UK-ish? Is that the new thing now? Is he from the UK? The film is better. Yeah, obviously we'll talk about the director's cut. Leguizamo was a secret hero. John Wick. He's the only one that recognizes the power of the boss, Fortune, and Wick's motivation. That's so true. But yeah, I mean, all in all, this was again a very unique experience to talk about as a movie. I don't know. Again, the movies that I have lined up at some point in time this year. I can't think of anything that's going to be as unique as this. Just trying to take a quick look here. There's other movies of ideas I have. Like I think it was Papa Pumpkin, Gord, that recommended Black Phone.
Wow, really?
Interesting.
Yeah, and I was like, well, if I do that, then that would definitely be done in October for spooky season.
Yeah, please don't discuss the sequel.
Yeah, there is a sequel from what I hear, but
yeah, I mean, not even.
I haven't seen the sequel.
You know what? Go ahead and skip it.
Yeah. Okay. Look, the sequel is not based on the short story that the first one was based on, so prepare accordingly.
Carry the one. He's right.
Yeah. It's the 15th anniversary of Watchmen. What are you talking about?
We count leap year.
Yeah. Was it leap year or what? I wanted to share my screen. Just before we ended. Yeah, I thought it was the 57th anniversary of Watchmen. But yeah, this is probably one of the most interesting parts of it. Of the slideshow. The approach of a one Ava here. I have no idea how much I can play this if I'm being honest with you, but as she makes the approach, there's see, I'm like, you can't really see her curves in the pitch black here. I mean, I think it's well done. It's artistic.
But you can see the bush, so be careful.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a shadow. Well, you can see ass twice, and then
yeah, it's probably more YouTube. It's funny with butt shots. Like they're up and down with they're always changing their guidelines.
Look, I mean, all in all, the man just sat there, didn't do a damn thing.
Like that was his sign. If he wanted to start courting her, that was the time.
That's what I'm saying. Like that would have been the moment for him to be like, today's lesson. Today's lesson is knocking boots. And it's like when Mrs. Bowman comes in and she's like, oh, there you are. You gotta put your clothes. No. There's a new lesson to be discussed tonight. Dimples. Yes. Dimples. Artistic dimples. But yeah. Today's lesson is hide the sausage. Yes, exactly. So we're gonna go over the anatomy and physiology of the human body, of the female and male bodies.
Sure.
Now it's also really interesting too, is where did he find that hand at that point? Because it's like, it's not, I mean, it's her hand, but where did he find the hand? Was it someone else's hand that might be touching him at that point too? So, and does he know whose hand it was? Does it make it weird?
I didn't see any dissection lines on her.
Yeah. even though it says like that that he stitches her hand together, they
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah.
I mean, you
So-
got a really good look at her body. You would imagine they'd put that in.
Budget reasons.
Yeah.
Budgeting. The man puts his hoo-hoo dilly in the woman's cha-cha.
As you do.
I have to park my motorcycle in your garage. I have a hold on. Molly says I was born with a disability. It makes doing math hard. It's called being blonde.
Also known as being a woman. No.
Cover your ears, Waylon. The Notebook says they were able to salvage everything but her hands. Right. So, okay, if that's the case, then
There should have definitely been some lines on her skin where they grafted it on there.
yeah. The movie is The Bride, not Frankenhooker, 1990.
Same thing.
Yeah, they used different type of lightning rods in that movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm going deaf anyways. I might as well leave my ears open. Well, listen, that being said, it certainly was a very interesting conversation. I actually quite enjoyed talking about the film. Like you're saying, Blue, it wasn't the best film. It was slow at times, a bit boring to certain parts, but again, the highlights were definitely around Ronaldo and Victor. More so the stills or anything that were on Eva, especially when she was more freed at that point, but which was towards the end too. I did like the fact that she throws facts in Frankenstein's face. So again, there were some good moments, even with her in it, but
the more educated she got, the more clothing she wore.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second.
So you're telling me we shouldn't have educated her?
That's your downfall.
Damn it. Frankenstein, damn you to hell. Well, I guess he did die, so. Right, yeah. I feel like this is a film, to say it's worth watching once. And if you watch it more than once, unless you're talking about it, on a stream or something like that, or I don't know why you would do some sort of case study on it, but
there's more easier ways to get porn.
True.
Very true. And yeah, agreed. Yeah, Clancy Brown, David Rappaport, best parts of the movie.
Mhm.
And I think you said this earlier, Blue, where Clancy Brown's acting in this movie was actually showing his range.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Oh, Lex Luthor? Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, as we mentioned one time before about heights, Clancy Brown, I mean, his stats is 6'3", but even being the Frankenstein's monster, he just carries himself like he's 6'3", but he comes off as a guy who's 7 foot. Something about Clancy Brown, he just got that. Some guys got that presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely seemed a lot bigger than 6'3" in the movie. It definitely felt like he was a 7 foot monster.
Yeah, and even when you watch Highlander, look at the Kurgan. The Kurgan just seems so over the top and massive. And Clancy Brown's not the biggest guy, but he just comes across as this huge dude.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That being said, Clancy Brown is the best Lex Luthor. You mean you didn't like Kevin Spacey?
Voice wise, I still Rosenbaum. I'm rewatching Smallville with my kid. But his voice acting as Lex is fucking top notch.
But the exposition is the best part. Yes, the camera does work well for Clancy, I'll admit.
Mhm.
I mean, when you have a midget next to you, you're gonna look huge.
Oh yeah,
that's true. That's true.
How big is Lambert?
And plus, it's not like they use that sort of camera trajectory like they do in the Lord of the Rings, right? So, yeah. Build a Frankenbride, like build a bear. That would be funny. But Blue, what do you have?
Well, hopefully I double check with Jay if his internet's working, but Jay recommended a film to watch today called from 1981 called Looker. And again, I'm like, Looker. And I watched it, and the other people like for Gary, Inside Man, Luke, Northern English Bastard, and Critic Al. I watched it yesterday, and I'm like, wow, another film where 1981, if you would have mentioned my top 200 films, I could mention Looker. I was watching it, and dude, recently about AI and deep fakes in the beauty industry, I'm watching Looker from 1981, and like they're calling out AI and deep fakes in 1981. This film is so underrated. I'm watching this shit like this is fucking amazing. Where these guys were calling about, like making commercials with using computer generated images back in 1981. I'm like, this is fucking creepy. Holy shit!
That is very creepy.
It is, Cindy. As I'm watching it, and I'm like, this was made 81. I just don't remember Looker. And Goodwin's like, well, let's watch this. And I'm like, wow, this needs to really be talked about, because people think that, CGI and deep fakes and stuff and AI images is something new. Back in 81, they called this shit fucking for 45 years into the future. And I'm like, and it goes like, it's almost like, what was it? The one with Demi Moore recently? Remember saying? The Substance, was it?
I haven't seen that.
Well, it's basically the impossible beauty standards people set, and like how like commercials trigger you, and like they have buzzwords, and like it just, there's so much to unpack with this film. And I'm like, again, what? I just can't I can't name anybody who's ever seen Looker. And like Goodwin can call some good fucking movies.
Dang, I have to check it out.
Yes,
Yes, and
written and directed by Michael Crichton. Okay.
yeah, that's why I was like, and when Goodwin mentioned, I was like, I asked everybody knows, you guys ever heard of Looker? And even my mom, she's like, she never heard of it. And I'm like, guys, we have. So I'm looking forward to, if Jay's internet stays stable, to watching this, because I watched it yesterday. I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Why I know about this film?
James Coburn, Albert Finney is in it. Susan Day, Latroy Young, Dwayne Harwood. Is there a trailer we could bring up that's not? Let me see here.
Yeah, trailers are funny with YouTube. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I mean, it's from 1981, but I mean, again, that's what I said. That's the issue with trailers. I mean, like,
It is distributed by Warner Brothers, though. Ugh.
So I would say watch Joe for Looker when you're offline. But so we'll cover it today. But I'm looking very forward to talking about this film with everybody.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I've never seen it, so
Yeah.
Saw the movie on Tubi once. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll check the trailer out, and if you do end up doing it, covering it tomorrow, Blue, then I'll try to tune into it during work just to see what you guys have to say about it.
We start seeing so many films and concepts we think that are new the past 10, 15, 20 years. And I'm like, I'm shocked like that these guys were calling this stuff out way back then, and I didn't know about it. Like, okay.
Yeah, crime movies are always fun to watch. I'm only a person I know that saw it in the 80s. Well, like I just looked it up too. Like this is another movie that was from the 80s. Budget was somewhere between 8 to 12 million, and again made a fraction of that in the box office. So, yeah, just kind of unfortunate. But I am intrigued by this plot here as I was.
Well, it's like often the good one says, I noticed that the past 30 years, like so many ahead of their time sci-fi films, when sci-fi films start pushing boundaries, asking questions, most general audiences aren't ready for some of these themes. Like Bicentennial Man, I mean, I knew like one of my friends who's seen it with Robin Williams, and we were watching it, unpacking it, like, wow, Bicentennial Man is one of Robin Williams' best work. But people would often say, oh, this film is boring, it's slow, it's like
I loved it.
Yes, and good we mentioned that. I'm like, Jay, you want to watch Bicentennial Man? We're rewatching it. I'm like, this film is so deep and wonderful, but like, it bombed. The general audiences didn't want a non-Robin Williams comedy, and it was pushing sci-fi and these questions way ahead of its time, and that's the thing with sci-fi. So,
I just looked that up too, Jacob. So, and yes, Jax, we are doing the director's cut of Watchmen. So Goodwin, you know what we're covering, but hopefully your internet's fine. I have to make sure I tell some other people to make sure they watch it, the director's cut version. But so I was going to say real quick, I wonder if that's a movie that they would make or they could remake, because why not do a bunch of remakes now? Even though some of these remakes don't need to be remade, but I feel like for the sake of movies that are, number one, didn't do on the box office, but number two, were rarely seen, if at all, then those are the types of movies that could be remade or reestablished. But I feel like from what I'm gathering and what you're saying about this movie, Blue, is that people would probably just be like, oh, it's just a movie about, deep fakes and it's all about AI now. Like, it's not that, it's not that big, it's not that important, because we see it all the time. Everyone's recreating all these, Star Wars, CGI, or sorry, like AI movies and stuff like that now, like on YouTube and whatnot, and other things follow as well. And we've seen all these different types of short videos that people are making now. So I feel like people would just gloss over this type of movie if it were made right now, even though people would go, well, actually, it was a movie that was done in 1981, but no one saw it. So, but to your point, this movie made in 1981, and what it's about, again, you fast forward to where we are now, 45 years later, and it's like, oh, well, it's actually pretty significant of just sort of trying to predict or talk about these types of things.
Well,
so
the past few years we've seen how many actors like, hey, before I pass away, I'm going to sign over my likenesses and my voice rights, right? That's a brand new concept because of AI. Apparently that wasn't a brand new concept of an actor or actress signing over the likenesses to ads and revenue. No, it's not actually a new concept. That's what's so intriguing about a film like this. Like, oh, okay. Oh shit. Damn.
Yep. We're gonna rate into Cindy stream. Cindy, I know you have to go soon. So I know that's where people could find you. But what else do you have going on?
Let's see. I'll be joining Leon on his lunch hour on Wednesday, so no personal stream for me. But there's a fun little thing happening on his channel. I'm not going to spoil it. I'll leave that up to Leon to do. And then let's see. I will also be back tomorrow for my 11:50 p.m. stream, and I am back on Side Scrollers this week. So hell yeah! I hope you guys check it out.
Nice. Yep. I'm interested to see what Leon's doing then, but interesting. So yeah, we'll rate into you momentarily. So thank you for coming. Appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed parts of the movie, if anything. So, but always a pleasure, to have you on here.
Oh, likewise. I always appreciate it. I was looking forward to this. I feel like I got bamboozled into watching a second romance movie, though. I have a few choice words for you.
Fair enough. So, I mean, to be fair, I blame Goodwin. I'm just kidding.
Last person I would expect it from.
Same.
Oh,
yeah, it's
my
the
goodness.
case of the Frankensteins tonight,
That's because he's bigger than Clancy Brown. That's why.
Yeah.
I feel like he shouldn't be. Clancy Brown's amazing.
Yeah. Hey, I like Clancy Brown. So I know. Yeah, he's picked the two romance movies. What a big softie.
He's getting older, man.
He is.
Yeah. Blaming Goodwin is a usual move. I know, right?
If the shoe fits.
Exactly. Tony, glad you made it back, man. I'll be seeing you in Cindy's chat. And then I don't know how to pronounce this name, but isn't that something from Terrence Malick's?
Oh, yeah. It's okay. Now I'm seeing his name. Never mind.
Yeah. And then I just see his avatar. The Beatles. The Beatles. Get back. Yeah. So listen, I appreciate everyone who's tuned in, everyone that will have watched this on a replay. You guys are legends. We are moving closer to 1,000 subscribers here, which I do appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do something for hitting that 1K mark. I don't know when it'll happen, but when it does, I'll be sure to try and make it fun. I'm definitely grateful for everyone who tunes in to this. And if you're watching like on X or whatever, do me a favor, just plop over to YouTube and hit that little subscribe button. It is free. If you want to go back to watching on like X, by all means, or Kick, I don't, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care about your preference, but for YouTube's sake, do me a favor, hit that. So, yeah, we'll see you guys next week here on Masculine Mondays. We're talking about Watchmen, the director's cut. It's going to be a very good stream. There might be some choice takes, of course, because we do have quite a few pieces of information to get through. We're going to be hitting every character. So this might turn into a bit of a philosophical type of moment too.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see. So bring your glasses, bring your wine, your whiskey, your beer, whatever. Just bring everything. It's going to be an interesting show. So we'll waterboarding with milk. I must have missed something, but next week on Watching Men. Yeah, I mean, we might have a woman on the show.
That's a good caption.
I'll be here next week.
Yeah, so Cindy will be here representing. So
it won't be completely gay. You'll have one straight woman.
Right, exactly. Which we need to keep that ratio.
Blue dong.
You're gonna have a specialty drink.
I'm not gonna show blue dog on the stream. Don't worry, guys. I promise. I'm just kidding for Leon. No,
just blur it out. So
yeah. I'm sort of blue box, or sorry, a black box there,
yeah.
Nah, blue works too.
Yeah, blue box, yeah. Dark blue. All right, guys. We'll see you later. I'll see you guys chatting in Cindy's stream, and